Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put it in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
We guys and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making plays we so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about their club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Oteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Salute. What's happening, homie?
Man, what up, big bro?
Hey, man, ain't nothing, man. We just maxing and relaxing, dog. You know how we do it. We ain't doing no tricking.
Oh, yeah, man. A good week of football this week, man. Good,
Man, we got a lot, man. There's a lot went on, man. We had a lot going on football, man. And it started off Thursday. You know, me and you went out to Crowley. Saw a good, really good young team, too, man.
Oh, yeah, they scrappy, man. Good scrappy team.
Then Friday, we hit two. We did a half and half. We did a half and half Friday.
I don't know what to say about Woodrow, man.
Hey,
Man, we'll get on there on the
We'll talk about that later. But I tell you what, Frisco Emerson, they look like they might be around though. I ain't gonna lie, they look good.
Oh yeah, no, they gonna be around.
And then we went to SOC Lancaster, right?
Oh yeah.
And we got a lot of opinions on that. Matter of fact, we got that so hot right now. We got the man. We got the man himself. One of my favorite coaches, man, young coach, man. He gonna be a head coach soon. So,
oh yeah,
we gotta make. Yeah, let me bring him on, man. There he is.
What up, coach?
What's up, man?
What up, coach?
What up? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm good, man.
You doing good. How you
coach,
feeling?
I got my drink. I'm good, coach, man. Wait,
I feel good though, man. You know, I feel good. We done got back to work, so.
I see. You see.
Y'all already break. Oh, that's right. When y'all started today?
Mm-hmm. We got start right away.
Matter of fact, let me play your head coach interview. I let him up.
What's up? It's your boy J Mac from the Dub. We're here with the winning coach. Coach two-time Todd. How's it going, coach?
I feel straight, man. You know, she a little under the weather, but it feels good to be like that for a victory.
Hey, man, I'd be sick every week if I could just put on the ass whooping like you just did, man. Tell me about it, man.
Oh, man, we on to the Soto.
We worry about the Soto now. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Lamont Ellison and his boys.
Nice ceremony, man.
Hey, man, get out my video.
I do want to say, man, that was very, very dominant. It started off a little shaky.
Yeah.
Then y'all just came out and just dominated, took over the line of scrimmage, man. Did y'all make adjustments or did y'all just have to settle down?
Nah, we just got to settle down. You know, so these kids, they still young and learning, man. So, you know, it's a process every play, every day. So, you know, they just settled down and we started to make some plays and the offense was always clicking. And just like a family, you know, one part struggling a little bit, the other side going to lift them up.
Hey, man, that was very, very impressive, man. I tell you what, another performance like that, and I'll be interviewing you again come next Saturday.
Hey, we focus on the Soto, locked and loaded.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations, coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he said on to the Soto, but I can't go to the Soto just yet. Okay, not yet. Just hold on, man. Just hold on. We got to go back and reminisce. Can we just reminisce for a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I got my man, Coach CJ. Hey, Coach CJ, tell me about the game, man. Y'all made some adjustments and pretty much shut it down after that first quarter.
Yeah, man, we kind of knew what they was going to come out in. We prepped for it all. We had to make sure our kids was aware, make sure they seen it all at practice, try to put it all on them. And they did a good job of what they do. They got a great staff. They know what they always have, and they do a good job mixing it up. And so we just wanted to make sure our kids was locked in and seeing it all. You know, they came out with a great game plan last year. And so we just wanted to make sure that we understood that and we taught it all this entirety. They showed up and played for us tonight.
Hey, man, they definitely did that. I tell you what, it wasn't no repeat of last year. Y'all made sure y'all gonna stop that.
Yeah, man. So we kind of slept on them last year. You know, we went into the Duncanville game. We were high on Duncanville trying to beat them. And, man, we went into the Lancaster game and they caught us off guard. So this year, one thing we wanted to make sure that we didn't catch them off guard because they're a good football team. We know what they did last year and we know what they're going to be this year. But we young and we had to grow up, and we showed early on that we was able to grow up and shake back, and that was real big for us.
Hey, man, I thought that was very, very, very impressive stopping the run, man. That was nice. Yeah. Tell you what, y'all do that, man. It's going to be a whole lot of victories going on.
Hey, once you can stop the run and run the ball yourself, lay down the stretch, you're going to have a good team and have success.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And that's it right there, boy. So just tell me, man. I mean, just on the recap, man. Cause I know you the DB coach, man, and you got some young boys. You got some young pups back there, right?
Yeah, so all 5 of them, man, they all kind of getting their first start. And, you know, they was around. They played varsity some. They just kind of was, you know, special team guys. But they've been playing together. The thing about this group is that they've been playing together since they were freshmen. You know, they've been together. They played as a freshman group, moved on to JV. Then their junior year, they got a chance to be a part of that first championship staff, you know, the team. And then they was under those DBs. And so they kind of came up. Actually, they were sophomores, my bad. They were sophomores. And then their junior year, they got a chance to see it again. So now they getting their first chance to, you know, put themselves out there. And that's what it's really been about early on this year, is that they've been young. They've been real young. It's their first time getting their first starts. And so, you know, it's been rough for them. It's been a learning process. And that's been the main thing.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, well, in fact, we got another one, man. We got he's a Sox fan, but I like to have him on because he football knowledgeable and he also a football fan. So
yeah, I said my fan right there. What up,
Coach? Yeah. So he ain't just gonna beat us over the head with Sox, you know, after we get you out of here, Coach Hagan. We'll be able to talk a little bit something else, but I had to bring him on. I ain't had him on since last season, so he overdue, man. What's up, Courtney?
What's up with you, J-Mac? What's up, Roz? What's up, CJ?
That's good, bro.
Hey, tell me, man. I mean, I know you've been to both games, man. Did you see the growth between Duncanville and Lancaster, you know, with the young pups in the secondary?
Yeah, I seen a little growth there. To me personally, I just feel like when you look at the Duncanville game, I like to go back to the game last year. You know, Corey, 5-star receiver. Last year he was going against Manny Muhammad. That's different. So this year, you know, young kid, Marcel stepping there, his first varsity action. I mean, he going against one of the best receivers in the country, so you could expect some mistakes, some blunders.
Right.
But when you bounce back in the Lancaster game, what I seen was basically like we just decided to take Tierrick out the game and allow them to run the ball some, and then we finally started stopping the run, and then after that it was all she wrote. But I mean, the young guys played well. I really was impressed by Buzz at the nickel, what he did in that game. I think Buzz really stepped his game up in the Lancaster game. So you just got a lot of kids who just starting on varsity. I say by the end of the season, they gonna look like what a Sox defensive backfield look like. But I was impressed.
Right.
Do you agree with that, Coach CJ?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. You know, the Buzz situation is actually kind of funny because he's one of the guys that's he's been counted out. You know what I mean? So he's somebody that you don't really talk about a lot, and he plays that way. You know, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. By far, I remember him as a freshman, and me and him still have talks to this day about how he's been the kind of the brains of that group. He's been the brains, and he's been the work hard kid. And so now, as he done progressed and got to a senior, he's actually helped carrying the group. And yeah, you know, we talked about them being young and them not knowing situations, and so Yeah, man, it's actually big for them that they get in these games early on, especially like you said, going against some of the best guys in the nation, and you're not really realizing what Manny and them went through last year. You know, you seen them, you was around, you got a feel of, but you didn't really know, you didn't understand.
Right.
And so, I say he hit on the head 100%.
What number was Bud?
Buzz
20.
number 20.
Okay, number 4. Okay, I remember. Okay.
On 4K.
Yeah, he was pretty active that game for sure. So I mean, did y'all go in there just pretty much saying we're gonna take number 0 out and we're gonna see if they can stick to the run long enough to beat us, or how was that game plan going?
So you kind of knew who that they had here, and you knew that they wanted to get on the ball. So it was always an awareness of where he was on the field. But the main thing was last year. You know, we looked at last year and what they did to us, and kind of what they did moving forward the rest of the year, and they realized that they had a bunch of playmakers and they moved them around. They went a lot of empty and they spread it around. So it was mainly about knowing where they put their playmakers at in really anything that they're in, regardless if it's just trips, anything. You know, they 2-bag, they put in a B-bag, and they do a great job of mixing it up. And so that's what it was about. It was about getting them. They know how to get you in the right situation. So teaching your kids to identify what situations that they're putting you in with their best players.
Right.
One thing I liked about the adjustment too is we started showing coverages late. Like it's like we was hopping right. We were hopping into the coverage right before the snap. One thing about having two quarterbacks, I mean, you run one out there, then you take one out and run the other one out there, and you start doing all that moving around. They can't get a beat on where you're going. So I like the fact that we was like I seen like if we was in cover 3, we weren't showing cover 3 early. We was showing it late. So that was kind of taking away the read that the quarterback wanted to go to, and then he had to go to his second and third progression. And me personally, I don't know many high school quarterbacks who can get through those progressions like that. Most of the time, they looking for their first read and take off. So
Yep.
I
Right.
did notice that too with the
Coach
adjustment.
CJ, I got a question for you. About the 2 quarterback system that Lancaster run. Did y'all prepare for both quarterbacks? Like once one quarterback came in, did y'all knew what Lancaster was gonna run?
Yeah. Yeah. So you know when you look at it, you knew that one was a runner, one was a passer. So you definitely got to prep for it differently because you know certain plays, certain calls play it differently. You know, so yeah, we definitely had to talk about who's in. You know, getting that in, that was big. That was real key for us getting that in from the box. Who's in that quarterback? Because that definitely changes the dynamic of how you call it.
And I heard Coach Ward say he let you and Spencer call the game. Is this the first game y'all called?
Nah, this me and Spence probably done called about, I don't know, I say about together probably 10 games all in all. Probably
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then we called
including the playoff game, right?
we called Summit last year. We called that first playoff game last year.
So what makes something like that happen? Like what make Ward just? I know against Summit he was feeling under the weather, but like did he just say, "Hey man, I'm gonna throw you guys under the fire, get y'all some experience"?
Yeah, that's all the trust right there, CJ. That's all the trust.
You know the funny thing with Ward is people see him a lot, and he kind of out there, but he really one of the most selfless people that I know. In the sense of, you know, he got a lot of us under his belt. And he don't have to be the face. He don't want to. It doesn't have to all be him. You know, we all in this car together. We all driving together. And so he's big on growing coaches. I'm not the only one that has to know. I want everybody to think like me, think on the same page. And, you know, you have your own spin, your own technique. You just learn it within the system. And he's big on, you know, I'm a DB guy. So you got to learn the front. You got to learn the inside. That's just part of your growth. You know, if you're a backer guy, you got to learn the back end. That's why originally it started, you know, me and Spence working together. He on the front end, I'm on the back end. We mixing it together. And so we learning and we growing at the same time. He learning why I'm thinking and what I'm thinking, and I'm learning why he thinking. It's just all about growing and trust. And you know, like he kind of always overshadows us. For one thing he don't do is he don't step in. He say he give it to us, he gonna give it to us. That's what it is.
Oh, let me welcome in the homie Lamont, Mr. DeSoto.
My boy, what up, boy?
What it do? Hey, Lamont, do me a favor, Lamont. Turn your phone sideways.
Sideways?
Yeah.
I want to like this?
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There you
Full
go.
screen.
Full screen.
I like this shirt, man. I need me one of them.
Yeah, man. It only took me about a year. Finally, you know what I'm saying?
Since you already covered in on your bullshit, let me go on and ask you.
That's the money. I always start some shit.
Hey, so tell you was at the SOC Lancaster game, man, and you know you do coach the youth team in Lancaster, so you really kind of a Lancaster cat. So what did you think of that?
Man, SOC dominated them in the trenches, both sides of the ball. From I say about I think the second quarter on, trenches was all SOC, man. Like Lancaster couldn't get in. They couldn't stop the run at all, and couldn't really get Lacey going. I think Lacey had one long run, and like really toward the end of the game. But other than that, man, it was pure SOC domination, man, on both sides. I think Lancaster needs to settle on the quarterback. For one, I've never been a fan of the 2 quarterback system. It's hard to get in the rhythm and flow of the game when you rotating every play, every series, however they do it. But if they can't figure out how to stop the run, it don't matter who's the quarterback. It's gonna be a long season, especially when you look ahead. And they got Longview, 40 all on the schedule. And we all know those teams love to come downhill right at you.
Yeah, they run heavy teams.
Every team in that district has a D1 running back. So yeah, they got to figure out how to stop the run in the area.
To be honest with y'all, they're not gonna be able to figure that out this year. I'm sorry. When you got to march out, one thing I noticed that y'all might not notice, there's a lot of sophomores on their defense. That means you replacing a whole lot of people. We got a young defense, but we also got some experience on that defense too. Some kids who have been in some wars, even if they didn't start, like Gasaway and all those kids. Them kids played. When you look on the other side of that ball, you got number 8 and you got number 8. That's it. Everybody else is a freshman who just came up to sophomore, and they kind of slim in them trenches, man. It's just you just don't fix that overnight. I think that's gonna be their downfall of this year because you can't outscore everybody in the playoffs. Like, you gotta be able to get some stops. And I just don't see the stops coming.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, because they, SOC, they didn't do nothing spectacular on offense. They ran left, they ran right, and they just was solid. It wasn't.
It wasn't. Hold on, it wasn't just left and right. It was a lot of that that trapping and that zoning and catching them DNs coming up field too fast and getting clipped off and opening up them gaps. It was a lot of schematic running going on. It's like every time they ran a blitz the wrong way, Walker run it right into where they blitzed, and boom, there go a big run. So it was schematically running. It wasn't just power down. It was a lot of zone and pulling. They were just catching them coming up field, like you would with young kids on defense. They too eager.
Now, so some of it is true, but I also see SOC at some points just line up. Hey, we put it come right down here.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah.
That what it looked like to me. Now, and hold on, Q, I got your shirt, brother. You were supposed to come to the pre-show. You were supposed to come to the pregame show when I had the shirt. Q gonna show up in the second quarter. Talk about no, I'm already on the field, dog. But now, Coach CJ, they speaking of the 2 quarterback system thing. Did that make it easier to prepare for, or did that make it more difficult? Because I'm looking at the box score. I can bring it up on this screen if y'all want to see it. But I mean, they didn't pay for a lot of yards. They didn't throw for a lot of yards. Now Lacey did run for 200.
Now the thing is, to me, and that I can't speak on them because that's not my school. But to me, I think the runner. I think he actually passes better than people give him credit for. And I also think the passer can run a little better than people give him credit for as well. My whole thing is like, like you were saying earlier, getting in a rhythm at quarterback, that's key. That's big. Building trust, sending the kid on the field with confidence that you can run this system and run it efficiently, that's what matters. And I like I said, I think that both of them can actually do both of them. I think that they're decent kids, both of them, and I just think that they need some trust, somebody to actually build into them and some growth. But it did. To say the plan for to make it easier, I wouldn't say easier. You just know you calling it different. You know, I got this to call that. If it's this kid, then we're going with this. It really, you know, you just have to be aware for it. It don't necessarily make it hard. But when you got one that you can say do it all, then that actually would make it a lot harder.
Yeah, that's what I think, man. I mean, I hear, you know, of course, when you take an L, it's always gonna be a lot of opinions about something, right? So
right.
And I've been seeing after that game, a lot of people criticizing the 2 quarterback thing. I don't think that had nothing to do with them not being able to stop the run. So
no, it didn't.
But look, J Mac. Remember, I think it was last season at the end of the year we was talking about SOC losing O linemen, SOC losing DBs, and I think I told y'all on this show that this O line may be more athletic than any line we had. Them kids can move. Them kids can move like. Them kids can move like it's a difference when like I use Bubba and Big Mike and them for example. They was more road graders. If they get in your way, you gotta go around him. These kids I seen 4 or 5 plays where they had people running them down the field. Like them kids can move. So I want to shout out Saco line for the Duncanville game and the Lancaster game because Will didn't hit the turf neither game. There's something to be said.
Yeah, for real. And I watched a little bit of that Florida game with Duncanville. I mean, people they on Collins hard, man. I saw in one play they had 3 guys blocking him.
You better.
I was like, that was crazy to me. I was like,
man, you better block Michael Parsons if you don't do nothing else.
I thought that was great. Hey, shout out to my man Spence, man. He said he got his Dub shirt on, man. You know you got to post that, my brother. I didn't see that on social media.
My boy, yeah.
But speaking of which, because I want to get to this next, and I know we ain't going to keep you forever, CJ. I don't want you to get angry. But I do want to ask you about oh, Lord, I read about.
I don't need to be getting angry.
There you go.
I'm right.
Nah, you know, I don't like to mess with you, man. I call you. You ain't even angry. I don't even know where that name came from. It's just fit, I guess.
Hey, you caught me on a real passionate night one night though.
Right.
But hey, because I want to ask you about you know, you talk about Coach Spence, and I want to ask you about the linebacker play. But let me play this first.
All right, it's your boy J Mac with the Dub. We here with the winning team, South Oak Cliff. We got the linebacker, Coach D, defensive coordinator, Coach Spencer. What's going on, Coach Spencer?
Man, just finally happy to get a win.
Hey, man, I always feel good to get a win, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, I see you hugging your boys right here, man.
Yeah, man, these my boys, man, they make me look good. They do everything I ask them to do, man, and they make me look good. So whenever I get praise, I always give it back to these guys right here.
All right, well, introduce me starting over here. What you got?
JJ Shelton, class 25.
I remember you, JJ. I see you. Hold on, man. JJ is not wearing number 54 like I asked him. He is not wearing 54.
You asked him to wear 54. He was him.
We know him right here.
Brandon Young, class 2024. My name's Jamarian, class 26.
This the pup, right?
Yeah, this the pump.
Okay, we got the young pup. Hey, man, tell me about it, BJ, man. What you think of this game? And y'all was able to totally shut down that run after a couple big runs in the first quarter.
We just played as a defense, as a death row defense. We got to stop.
Got to stop. What about you, JJ?
We locked in. We realized it wasn't a game. We just locked in.
Just locked in. Young pup, what you see out there?
We had to come together as a team so we can do this.
Hey, man, this right here, man, y'all looking at Coach Spencer, probably the 3 best linebackers in the state as a unit for sure. Can't argue with that, man. Congratulations, fellas.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, and I stand on that, man. I think that's probably the best unit. And when we're talking about a unit, not individual, but as a group, I think that's if it ain't the best, it's definitely one of the best.
And just think,
you're not gonna find
me this year. 2 of them coming back this year.
And 2 of them coming back.
Yes,
and I'm pretty sure it's probably some 6'2", 230 guy on freshman with JV somewhere.
It's a couple on JV. They wouldn't say. I'm telling you
I
right
see that
now.
JV. You ain't lying. I see that JV.
Linebacker business don't stop.
Hey, before I ask Lamont how the hell they gonna block all that, I gotta ask CJ, man. Tell me about your linebackers, man.
All right, so like you were saying earlier, man, you got what's the name? BJ in the middle. BJ out there returning. He done been through the trenches, and so he pretty much us on the field. You know, you getting Spence on the field when you got BJ. And that helps because now you got JJ next to him. And, man, it's like, you know, JJ young, and he's probably one of the most athletic, you know, linebackers I've been around. I actually seen him cover a lot. And he's a big part of our game plan that helps us out in a lot of stuff that we call just, you know, him being able to do what he do. Then you got a young JP who actually, you know, converted running back. And that's always good at the linebacker position. Instinctively wise, it's the opposite. You know, playing linebacker, they can fill gaps. You just got to teach a young pup to understand gap integrity, you know, small things like that. But together wise, I'm saying athleticism and physicality, they're one of the best groups, especially with BJ sitting in the middle of them.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. I think with BJ in that middle, kind of being the big brother, so to speak, because that's what he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That unit, he is the big brother, man. And him making a call and him being the QB. Now, will he be the QB of that defense?
Yeah, most definitely. BJ, we live and die through BJ, most definitely.
Yeah, I think that's a great person to have as your QB on the field. Ain't no doubt about that, man. I love watching him play because he probably gonna be playing, you know, safety somewhere or nickel when he go to college. But you know, he out there in the middle with the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He out there trying to figure out how you gonna get this 300-pound guard off of, man. It's just crazy.
Hey, he find a way though, man.
His dip game is 100. You know that. He getting up under them blocks.
Hey, man, I love it. Hey, he gonna have to do that because, you know, LeBron boys and you gotta be Lamar. You gotta feel special, man. Because Coach Ty shouted you out. He said, "I gotta get ready for LeBron." You know what I'm saying?
Man, you say name yourself, man. You got names.
Man, I saw that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, dog. You know you must be doing something right. That means LeBron done got on everybody's nerves. He's in everybody's mind right now.
I'm a real YouTube, man. It's simple as that. I don't know where they get the notion that I hate stock. That ain't true. It's just stock fans like Mr. Daughtry right here. They always tag me and stuff, man. Yep. I got it's a couple kids like Mari right there for living. Marcel, the corner. Jay, I think he played receiver. I think he's 13. I coached all them kids, so you know it's all fun and games. I'm gonna talk my noise just like everybody else, but I want to see them be successful. Like I got a couple kids over there, a lot of kids over there that I actually coach coming through Little League, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. But all right, Coach CJ, before we let you go, get out of here, man. Just tell us, man, what can you give us the scouting report on DeSoto yet?
I got it for him. Don't worry about it.
No, but yeah, I'm supposed to answer that.
You can't answer that. I'll come later. I'm gonna ask him.
I mean, I will say this. You know, the three teams, this is the team that we don't want to play the most. You know, I will say that. And so, you know, we just gonna make sure that we address what we do, look at what we made our mistakes at. Because if you make mistakes in this week, it ain't gonna crease and it's gonna be over with. And you know that. So you know you're trying to go in here playing perfect and understand that you ain't perfect. You just understand your mistakes, but
so why you say this? Why you say this the team that y'all know? Is it because they make you pay for it the most, or because you match up with the other ones?
I think when you look at the dynamics of our kids and where they from, the game be a lot more personal. It'd be a lot different. They go into it. Especially like when you think about last year when you had Manny and all the Muhammad's, you know, they go into the game mentally somewhere else. You know, so you go in there trying hard, trying to do too much, trying to prove a point, trying to, you know, and so as kids, you trying to get them to calm down, calm their emotions. That's mainly what it is that I noticed when they play in this game, the emotions be so high that it overwhelms them at times. So.
Okay. But I know you're gonna have them DB. I know you gotta have them DB ready because if y'all don't want to talk about it, I'll talk about it because they got a hell of a receiving room. But then again, y'all just faced two good receiving rooms, so I don't think it's gonna be that much of a jump. I mean, hell, you can go up against Corey, and like I said, I watched that Duncanville game, and hell, Zach had a nice. like they got a whole bunch of receivers over there.
Yeah.
Lancaster got a whole bunch of receivers. So I guess at least y'all have like a 2-game head start getting ready for this receiving room y'all facing this week, right?
Yeah. So it definitely was big for us, and they definitely got a talented group. They got a talented group, whether they're young or not. That don't matter. You can't sleep on that one kid on the field, and that's what makes it difficult. So.
Yeah, man. You talk like Ward, bro. God damn. Golly. I was sitting there listening. I was like, golly. I thought I was to close my eyes. I thought I was on the phone. Right. Yeah. Y'all go this far back though, right? Like that's you and Ward, right? That's you.
So we go back to before then. That's probably 11 right there. We go back to 2010 for sure.
Oh man, but look at the young. Boy, I bet you. If you wasn't Coach Angry, you definitely look like you an angry player.
Man, I was smile week after week after week. Week after week, I was smile. And Ward showed me stuff, man. You ever seen that Bulls documentary when they were talking about Michael Jordan, and he just be like, man, he had to get this. When Mike was like, I got to get myself up. I have to just make up something in my head to make myself mad. Man, that's how Ward would do me, dog. He'll fuel me with something just every week. So I went into every game playing with a chip on my shoulder.
One thing I do know about Coach Ward, he actually liked the small DBs. Like he said, he likes to coach the smaller DBs better than some of the big ones. So I can see why you was probably one of his favorite. Plus, you was angry all the time. So hey, you gotta send me some of your film, man, because I know you.
Man, you know it's crazy. I used to have a whole thing of it. I lost it all. And I just, man, none of that matter no more. But I got you if I can find something.
Okay. But, hey, man, I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. Yes, we're going to link up Saturday, man. And, hey, man, I can't say I wish y'all victory because Lamar going to have a fit. But, you know, I do
Let him have it. Let him have a fit.
Hey, man, we the ones coming off the loss from them last year. So, if anything, man, you wish us good luck.
Hey, man, I wish every team nothing but I wish y'all good health and the ability to play up to your potential. And the rest of it, we'll let it fall where it may. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's all we can do, man. That's all we can do. Let time tell the tale.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, Coach Angry. CJ.
Right, I appreciate y'all always, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, you look like you wear a small, man. I got a shirt for you.
Nah, I'm a medium, man. I ain't that little, man.
I mean, you know, you kind of buff. Y'all like to wear them mediums.
Medium, nah. But I definitely got to give me one of them shirts, though, for sure.
I got you, homie.
Nah, I ain't not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my man, Coach CJ. Now I got to bring in this other angry man that want to talk noise to me. So that's why I had to bring y'all in here to have my back. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Eastside Coach up in here. He ready to talk a whole bunch of noise, man. You know Eastside. Ready to talk that noise.
What up, Coach Eastside?
Hey, bro. Hey, the only thing I'm mad about, how the hell Lamar got a shirt before me?
Man, say.
Hey, year and a half.
Lamar, you buy that shirt? Lamar, did you buy that shirt?
Nah, year and a half of every chance I get. Why I ain't got no shirt?
Don't let Lamar showed up at the game.
What game? Y'all don't come to East Side game.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? I talked to Coach Allen yesterday, man. I wanted to show up at a Horn game, man. We were hanging out yesterday at the Carter Kemper game, man. So I'm definitely gonna come hang out, man. But let me shoot these couple, and we're gonna get into it, man. Cause you gotta give us we ain't heard much about the East Side, so you gotta give us an update.
Cause y'all all on Carter.
I mean, hey man, Carter played a big rival game, man. I bet
you saw my post. You see all them East Side teams 2-0.
Yeah, we gotta go through who they gonna play.
Yeah. I got a lot to say about that 2-0 too.
See what I'm saying? So,
what you gonna say?
Hey, I'm ready to say
it's 2-0.
6A Division I state champion. I just want to give a shout out to the Dubs, my favorite podcast and program.
High School Holla K104, the biggest out there.
Where my theme music at, J Matt?
Big shout out to Quentin Jackson, you know, the Duncanville all-world quarterback.
Good. Quentin Jackson, shout out to the Dubs High School Podcast.
Big shout out to the dub, man. I see y'all making moves and doing what y'all need to do.
Welcome to the Dub, the #1 high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Brian Reiser. Dallas Fort Worth.
All right, we ready, man. Do I need to bring up the scoreboard, Coach Eastside? You gonna walk us through it?
Let's walk. You can bring it up. What you want? What you want to know? We can start with Pat. What's wrong with the 2-0 record?
I gotta start with Courtney. Courtney, that's why I had to bring Courtney D, man. He been hiding out. Now I know he been doing his Pee-wee thing. He been doing his Pee-wee thing. So
he been coaching, man. He been busy, man.
He been coaching and he doing the Pee-wee thing. But I'm glad to get him back on his high school thing because Courtney be having stuff on his mind. You know,
I do.
So go, man. Courtney, what you want to start on the east side at?
Let's start. I want to start in 40.
What's up? 2-0. Putting points up.
North End 40.
North 40.
I just want to ask you a question, Coach Eastside.
Yeah.
What 40 do in the preseason last year?
Why are we talking about last year? That's a totally different. This is a totally different team.
See, this why you ask questions. I just ask for an answer. I know.
It's a total. I don't care what they did last year. This is a different team.
All right, let me tell you. On the east side last year, a lot of these teams started off the same way. I feel like the east side taking off with football is them having more challenging games in the preseason. Because y'all always putting 62 and 65 on folks from wherever y'all at. But then when y'all have to go look at Longview and all the teams that's really in Lancaster, them scores don't look like this. So I always say the east side got athletes, the east side got kids who can really, really ball. Because I stay by North 40, I go to games, and my only problem is the preseason for the east side always super mediocre. So I don't get the gauge to say how good they really are. Now, when you talking 40, they got some great athletes that I know, seen play since they was young kids. But I just feel like on the southern sector, the northern sector, the games be a little bit more competitive in the beginning of the year, and it shows when the playoff time comes. So that's just my thing with the east side. It's just like the games be a little bit too easy. So we don't get to really know what everybody look like until we get into week 6, week 7, week 8, and then by then it's like, oh well, they wasn't really that good. But not taking none away from them because I like a lot of them kids over there. I just feel like the preseason schedule need to be way tougher for them, and I think that will give the east side back over the hump where we can start talking about the Jackrabbits and the Falcons and all the teams over here really making runs in state or in the playoffs.
So we'll start with 40 real quick. I totally get what you're saying. Totally get what you're saying. We're gonna go with 40 though. So the difference between this year and probably previous years, when you get into the preseason games, as far as 40 goes, the difference between this year, last year, and previous years is their defense. Their defense is a lot different. So when you're gonna go, and their toughest challenges will be Lufkin and Longview. But hell, Longview's a one-trick pony. They don't throw the ball. They'll run the ball up the middle all the time. So Forney's defense, if they adjust right, they'll stop that run and force Longview to throw. And if they force Longview to throw, they're right in the game. So I mean, their test is going to come during the district. So let me J Mac bringing up the stats.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the stats.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, Coach Eastside, like I like the kids over there. I really believe in a lot of them kids. Like I know a lot about them kids, and they really are good. I just be like, playing Crandall in the preseason now. Crandall, when it comes to like system wise, they have a great system. They're a hard team to play when they right, but it's like if we can just get 40 to get them a bigger team on the preseason, I think
who would you want them to play during preseason as far as 5A goes?
5A, I think they need to look. I mean, where they D2 or D1?
You got me on that.
Big school, they D1.
Okay, they big school.
D1.
So I want.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, playing who in D1 they can play.
I think they should play up, man.
Play up. Just anybody. Like it's just like I'm just thinking
like preseason game, just to test it out.
Yeah, like okay, let me
Yeah.
put this like go see Horn, go see Mesquite, some teams that's over there, but they in
Yeah,
other division high. I think that'll. I'm telling you right now, with the
it
kids that
help
they
them
got,
out more than
yeah, if they was battle testing more when they get into those games, because like you said,
yeah,
Longview is a one trick pony. Where I've seen a one trick pony keep putting the same trick, it's hard to
yeah.
stop them. So it's
So
kind of
you
like,
go ahead.
no, you got it.
No, I'm just saying. So there's the other side of that. So you say play some tougher teams, but then you go in the district, you do have the long views in your district. So and Lufkin. So don't you think that will battle test you for the playoffs when you're playing those teams who actually go deep in the playoffs?
Well, I'm gonna say yes, but then I'm gonna say your morale, the team morale. I mean, if you haven't played nobody, then you get to those games. It's hard to get up for those games. I'm just saying, like I'm gonna use soccer for example. We play a super hard preseason schedule. We know we're not playing nobody in district, and then we
Yeah.
go into our playoffs and we start building up that
But
momentum.
Sock has to do that because there ain't nobody there to fuck, and there's nobody in their district. Sock has
Yeah.
to play those
I
games
me
preseason.
me personally in the preseason, I feel our football teams should play teams that they think that is better than them or a higher division just because
Yeah.
they just wake. I feel like it wake the kids up to realize, hey, we not that good. We got to get better, and it make
No,
them work
I
hard.
feel you on that, but and again, you use Sock as an example. Sock has to do that. Sock has to play them games to begin because once they get in the district, there's no competition for Sock in that district. Now, Forney, uh, maybe they take it light in the preseason or the exhibition games because their district is that tough. You know what I mean? It's you see what I'm
Right.
saying? Sock
No, I
has to
agree.
do
I
that.
see what you're saying.
Sock has to do that because there's no one in the district to get them up. But once Forney gets into district, their district is actually tough. And the same with Horn. Why? I mean, I've had this argument years before, even when my son played, because Horn used to play a tough preseason or exhibition, and then by the
Hmm.
time district comes, they're all beat up. It's a give and take. It's a good way
Right,
to look
right,
at it. Yeah, they're playing
right.
the teams, but once you get in district, you're all beat up. People are hurt, and then you
But
don't
look,
even make the playoffs. So,
I just use Fournier for example because I seen them do it last year. But I'm talking like the whole east side of Dallas right there, like Dart 40, all the teams over here. It's kind
yeah,
of like they play teams in the preseason. If they're district hard or not, it's like they either play teams they equal to or they're gonna put
yeah,
60 points on. I just feel like
yeah,
playing tougher defensive teams early for a young
yeah.
offense will help them later on. Like when they get the long view where we can get the better seed and then win those games and go in the
Yeah.
playoffs as the number one seed. I'm just saying,
And
like going forward, like Fournier is becoming like if you look at that young class they got, that's a killer
hmm
young class. If they
yeah,
can
yeah,
battle test them kids right there, them
yeah,
kids might mess around
yeah.
and get there. So, but
But
that's just
I
my
mean,
opinion.
let's go. You don't. But I mean, don't you think there'll be battle tests in that district though?
But hey,
My two games before preseason, plus
I
I
see both
mean,
y'all
going
points.
through that
I see
gauntlet.
both y'all
Don't
points.
don't.
hey,
Yeah, yeah. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, and it goes to I mean, I'm not disagreeing. You can have a gauntlet during your district, but if your district ain't worth a damn, then then
You have
then
to
then
do it.
then then,
Well,
then load up preseason.
I'm gonna explain it. Let me explain it a little bit deeper. What I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, their district is a gauntlet, but like Longview and those teams are almost
yeah,
equal to them. I'm saying playing a
okay,
team that's like when Sock played Duncanville, we Sock fans, of course we want to win the game, but in all honesty, we AAA batting in the majors. So
yeah.
it's a win-win for if we lose, it don't matter if we win, it's a win for the program, but it gets the kids ultra ready because what team you gonna play that look like Duncanville?
Yeah,
None.
and that's so.
So
But it's in August. It's in August. Is that really going to,
yes. I'm
transfer
gonna say
over to
I'm
October?
I'm gonna say yes because I'm gonna just go back to when I played this soccer. When we played Ennis like early on in the season. It's
Hmm.
like when we played other teams, it was like y'all not this offense not is fluent,
Yeah.
the O line not as fluent, and it gives the kids that extra. It's just a confidence building
So
when
your memory clicks like y'all weren't like this team we played early on. So y'all remember that y'all played
right.
in
I mean,
this
it's
early
not
on the
even.
season.
It's not remembering. It ain't much. It's just remembering. It's more of I got blocked by a 5-star O lineman. Now I'm standing in
Right.
front of the lineman that's not him, and it just you can make it happen. Like I every year I try to figure out why. If you look at I'm gonna use Melissa for example, right?
Hmm.
Melissa jumps off the season with Argyle, a team that they might see down the road in the playoffs.
Right.
And
Right.
this year they beat the crap out of them, but every other year it's a gauntlet. They play Lovejoy in
Yeah.
the beginning of the season. they battle
Yeah.
tested when they get into the season, and you can tell with those teams because they always make deep playoff runs.
Yeah.
Gaia, deep playoff
Yeah.
run. Den Ryan, deep playoff run. DeSoto, deep playoff run. Duncanville,
Got
deep
you.
playoff run. It's because if you look at all their preseason schedules, they all looking at some smoke early on in the season.
No, I
That's just
got
what I
you. I
feel.
got
But
you.
I understand your point too because y'all do
Yeah.
get that smoke in the season, but that
Yeah.
preseason matter.
But
Hey, so tell me this, Eastside,
Take-
do you think Forney licking their chops after they see SOC run for almost 300 on Lancaster?
without a doubt, you already know the answer to that. Yes, they are, without a
I
doubt.
gotta ask.
And
Though,
they
you know what I'm saying?
they do.
Eastside.
And then if I'm the coach, yeah, I'm licking my chops on that because I got Jo, and then my quarterback's coming to his own. I'm gonna throw, I'm gonna throw. So they're building their confidence, but hopefully they're not looking ahead to that, and then go with it, So
I think the whole district licking their chops.
yeah,
but
yeah.
but thing about it,
Yeah, but don't look ahead and because Lancaster's shit, they got a talented team, so don't mess around. They put 50 on you.
No,
Yeah,
ain't no
so-
doubt. Ain't no doubt. So okay, let's
let's
go
not
to
act
Horn,
like
man.
a lot of teams don't have that personnel either, man. It's SOC.
Hey,
like I
who
said,
put-
a lot
who
of
put-
these teams.
Who put that in the
they don't have
comment? Who said this?
Hey man, that's my man.
Hey, let me ask
Jesse?
one question.
No, that's God, I forgot it damn. I'm sorry, bro. I forgot his name.
Hey, let me ask a question real quick. Lamont, when you get that T-shirt, when did you get it?
That's
He
Doug.
just got it.
No, I got it about a week ago. What game was that? Was that J Mac?
That Cyrus Carter Yates game.
Yeah. Carter gas money, man. Them boys.
Hey, if y'all would have caught me doing that game, because I was bored, I ain't had nothing else to do. I damn near gave all the damn.
Come on, man.
Listen,
Come outside, J Mac. Come outside.
Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, I went to Carter Yates, but hey, man, I was at Crowley Legacy Thursday.
Man.
I was at Woodrow, Frisco, Emerson.
Thanks for
on the east side.
J-Mac,
Thanks for the heads up.
I want to ask you about that, J-Mac.
What's that?
I want to ask you about how Woodrow quarterback looked this year.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest, man. I got mixed feelings on Woodrow. Cause see, I'm thinking Woodrow. Okay, he got player of the week for what he did last week, right, against Irvin MacArthur, and props to him. But I'm gonna be honest. He started off good against Emerson, but he had a turnover, right? Like they got the ball first, they drove to the red zone, and he fumbled. He tried to throw the ball while he was getting sacked, fumbled, right? So, and that kind of just pushed him back. So I think he pretty much the same guy. To be honest, I can't lie. I was more impressed with Emerson quarterback. Like Hawkins is the real deal. I can't take nothing from him, man. He good. Like that dude right there, man. If it's gonna be something, and they not as small as I was listening to the homie Matt Stepp. He was like, "Oh, they smaller. No, they ain't that small in the trenches."
No, but
Who Emerson?
Nah.
They just short. They're old linemen. They're just short and they're more so just short and wide.
So J Mac, did you have the same thought process? What I told you, I thought of them.
Go
ahead.
You was about the depth, right?
No, foot speed. They not the fastest team. They not that fast to me.
Say, Coach G. Let me ask that for Coach J Mac. They might not be the fastest, but compared to Woodrow, shit, man, they the shit. So, I'm gonna say
no, they look. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, they look like Duncanville and DeSoto against Woodrow.
So we really couldn't just look at their speed, man, because damn Woodrow, man, they were pretty slow. So I can answer that question for you right now. So we really can't get a good read on their speed, man.
Yeah, when they play, I can't who they played the week before.
You know what? They played Panther Creek this week, and that's
now that's a heck of a test right there. Because I'm on the Panther Creek bandwagon right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Yeah,
good
no,
one.
I am too. Panther Creek is kicking ass.
Yeah.
I like Panther Creek, and I'm worried about Carter. Ain't no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about Carter about facing Panther Creek. I think the homie Matt Steph gonna be at that game. So we gonna get if he gonna be there, they probably gonna play it on Texas Live. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna go back and watch it if I'm not there. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch it because I think that game is the biggest test. I do like Hawkins. I do like the running back. He's a good running back. And they got a wide receiver dude that look like a damn defensive end out there.
Yeah, number two.
Number 2.
Yeah, man.
Grown a man.
He's a grown ass man. Ain't no doubt about it. And he treated Woodrow as such.
Matt said Emerson got to go to East Texas on week 4. Who is that?
Oh man, who they playing week 4?
In East Texas.
Yeah, he said they got to go to East Texas in week 4.
I mean, there's only 2-3 teams that we talking about. This Carthage.
Oh, Mount Pleasant.
Oh, stop it.
I'll be.
Hold on. Matt said they off to a 2-0 start too. We was talking about 2-0, man.
Yeah, but they gonna beat the dog food out of it. I'm just gonna be honest, man. They gonna beat dog food. Emerson, it's gonna take a real team to beat Emerson. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna take a Melissa. Yeah. It's gonna take a
Summit, someone like that.
A Summit. Which we gotta talk about Summit. They lost this week, right?
Yeah.
So we got let's get through this East Side. I want to give East Side a shine, but we gotta hurry up because we got a lot to talk about. Because I am curious because this week, y'all know I was at Crowley. Y'all know we was at Crowley. Crowley play Summit this Thursday. That's a good game.
You know, I take zero stock in Summit into the playoffs. This is for the last 5 years straight. They'll go 5-5 and end up in the semifinals in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for a punt return by Randy Reese last year, they probably would have knocked us out.
Hold on.
Well, I think they should be taken seriously. You got to take them serious, and then especially Timberview, you better take them serious.
Yeah, they got some
real.
too.
Hey, Doug, I got something just for you. Y'all give me a bit. I gotta play this for Doug, just for Doug. Doug, this just for you, buddy.
So we typically, we don't interview players or coaches on the losing team, right? But right now, I appreciate you, Coach Bam, for being a man of your word. All right, take that L with you. It looks good on you right now. But after tonight, man, let's go kick some ass for real. Yeah, let's get better, baby. Yeah, appreciate you.
That's hilarious.
Y'all ain't right, man. Y'all got Coach Bam looking like somebody stole his wallet and took his car keys.
Man. The only thing I saw more awkward this weekend is when Coach Ward got that water poured down his back and he went in shock.
Hey, shout out to Coach Ward, man. Shout out to CD Hill, man. We gotta get CD Hill. And while we talking about it, y'all give me a chance to rant since Coach G brought it up. Now, CD Hill beat the dog fool out of Arlington Martin, right?
Uh-huh.
Deservedly so. And I want Arlington Martin. I know there's a new coach over there. Look here, man. You got what you deserve because of that whole shit you pulled against Duncanville, right?
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? You want to grab the football and run out the back door. You in Trinity, right? You want to grab the football. We don't want a scrimmage deal. They too rough. But you know what? You had to still go play some Southside ball. You still had to go play them Southern Sector boys. And what they do? They beat the dog fool out of you. So if you want to scrimmage Duncanville, you got to be ready for it.
That might be the worst district in Texas right now.
That's what Diggs said.
Yeah, Diggs said that.
No, we get those the like on Twitter, you get the little score updates. The whole district lost. I was like,
let's just throw the whole district in the trash and get somebody else 16 to go to the playoff.
Get out. Get out of that district. Get out. Get your kids out of there.
Say, hey, I'm just
so
glad Larry Rich should be part of
congratulations
this.
to the Hill, man. And Martin, I hope you learned your lesson. You can't run from the smoke, baby. You can't run from it. You gonna get it.
Man, what's going on out there, man? Usually Arlington got one school for you every year you got to deal with. But Lord, Jesus.
Nah, not this
I
year.
guess
Not this year.
everybody to move to Fort Worth now. So everybody move to Alito.
Everybody
Hey.
6 Flags.
Crowley got some smoke up there for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Both.
The traffic show it. The traffic show it going down 35. Traffic terrible down going that way.
Lord, man. Well, who they trafficking in? It like they like Arlington got a new crop of people in. They had Black Flight or something. Them folks done left.
Well, yeah, they did. They went to Midlothian and Waxahachie. That's a fact.
That's crazy.
Mississippi.
Because if you just in the history of me just watching high school football since I was about 5 years old, every year you're gonna have to see somebody from Arlington. They're gonna have multiple recruits on their team and they're gonna be coached up. You have never seen Arlington Martin go a year where they finna jump out in the preseason, lose to no crap like that. And I ain't mean it. Oh, I'm sorry. I called Cedar Hill crap, but it's kind of crap right now. I ain't trying to be funny. I mean, Cedar Hill, like I tell everybody, Cedar Hill gonna forever have the athletes and all that. It just right now they neighboring cities in that Tri-City over there, DeSoto and Duncanville, they just on another level from them right now, and they looking more like a 5A school than a 6A school. But I mean, for them to go stump on Arlington Martin like that, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah, man, they done build their companies up and everything.
Hey, man, they gonna be ready, man. Now I'm a little worried about that Waxahachie game for Waxahachie. I can't lie.
I ain't worried.
It's competition now. Martin, me, you both said Martin was their best chance on winning this preseason. Now they got to go see that game. That determines how good they really are. If they hang in it, okay, might be a little worried. But if South Lake come out and run away with it.
Hold on, who? Who Cedar Hill play next?
South Lake.
Oh no, baby, we can go on. Y'all can go and hang that one up on the clothesline, man.
Well, see, that's what I was trying to say when they was calling me out on Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
No, but look, it's nothing against them, J Mac. They rebuilding. It's understandable. Like I use Coach Bam for example. He in year 2. I don't expect him to take the leap of a school that's been building up for 10, 20 years. But when you go into year 1 and you got to see South Lake, yeah, it ain't happening, Captain.
I don't think nobody really expects them to win. But go in and at least be
hell.
56-7 game or something like that. Then I was like, okay, it's the same old field.
Let me tell you something, it ain't gonna be close. I'm sorry.
Where's the game at? Is the game in South Lake?
It don't matter.
It do matter. It do matter. It do matter.
They can have a game. They can have a game. They can have a game in Lubbock.
Text me after. Let me see how y'all pockets looking.
It do matter. It do matter.
Why?
I feel like they building up, but not for this. No sir.
I'm gonna give LD Bell a shout out because y'all know I'm on the LD Bell train. Shout out, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all got me nervous, dog. Y'all should have put your foot up in Urban MacArthur ass. The fact that y'all barely skated, they got me worried.
Hold on, let me guess.
Matt said it's in Cedar Hill. Matt says it's in Cedar Hill. So
okay, that makes a difference. That makes it
21 points to 14 points. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, G.
Absolutely. Because if it was in South Lake, it's 50.
If it's only what?
If it was in South Lake, it's 50.
Hey, they play Friday, right? They play Friday, right?
I'm with you, G.
They play Friday.
Let's take that one out. I think I'm going to see that one for myself since we play on Saturday.
Yeah, that might be a game we go to. I might have to follow up in there, man.
Lamar, who just saw the playing Saturday?
Them Extinct Bears.
Oh,
No,
shit.
hush, shut up. Here we go.
Them bald-headed Eagles.
I tell you what, I'll be honest, man. If y'all take them stink birds lightly,
Hey,
Hey, let me say
J
this.
Mac,
I was sitting on the sock side Friday night. I turn around, look up, and I see about 12, 13 Eagles up there. The boy, I'm a joke and talk shit all day, but the boys not taking it. You know what I'm saying? They know they got to come play. I looked up, they wasn't playing around, you know, talking to girls and all that. They were focused, looking at their competition, who they have coming up. I'm not impressed by that, man.
Well, I watched our kids at the freshman JV game. They was talking to girls, man. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna act different because we playing y'all, boy. I can give you my breakdown on that game, though, Lamont. The game ain't gonna be the same game as last year. A lot of these games that we play not gonna be the same game just because we got an actual person who played quarterback this year. Then B, you be going off of, oh, we got this athlete, but at the end of the day, this year we're gonna play out. We're gonna play out of the different this year because we're gonna be able to score too. Like you gotta think against it. You can. What I like to say is, anytime we play Dunkerville, if you using that as your litmus test against us, you did wrong because Dunkerville is Dunkerville. Last year when we played y'all, we made a lot of early mistakes to make that game like you did. But this year we play a cleaner football. That game gonna be harder for y'all.
And let me say, here's why that young Lancaster couldn't test that young secondary at all. And then as soon as we start dropping back, people think like that.
hey, is it me or is Lamont chopping up?
No,
He's
Lamont on that.
chopped and screwed. He's chopped and screwed over there.
That's because the Lord don't want to hurt
Cricket and
lives.
Spectrum. You got a cricket and Spectrum going on over there.
Man,
The
you know
Lord
Boost Mobile
gonna
don't
stop
give good
these
internet,
lies.
man. Come on, brother.
Hey man, that gas station there, PC using.
No, that's that's Jesus taking the wheel.
Lamont, you need to go sit on the roof.
1 second.
Yeah. Check your internet connection, man. We're gonna go on because
You got that Spectrum. You got that Spectrum.
I gotta ask Eastside about Mesquite Horn, man. Is Mesquite Horn for real? That's all I need to know. That's what I'm asking.
Nah, they for real. No, so the difference is they're for real. They're for real. They got one quarterback now. They got Legend Bay. Legend Bay.
Yeah,
so that was the issue last year. They had 3 or 4 different quarterbacks. They couldn't establish the quarterback, but they got Legend Bay now. He's gonna take the reins and go with it. But so we're gonna talk East Side real quick. So
yeah, we got to.
The districts tighten up a little bit, and y'all talk about 2-0, but Royce City's putting up numbers. I don't give a damn who they playing. They still putting up numbers. So you got Royce City, you got who else? Shit, he's done. Rockwall's iffy. Mesquite's battling. So it's still gonna be a battle, but right now at this point, it's shit to me. It's between Horn and Royce City until Royce City falls off. But Horn's defense is the truth right now. So they're gonna carry them, and with Legend being the QB1, I'm gonna give them a nod. And I said it earlier. We can go back. I said Horn can win the district right now. So yeah, and the win and if you pay attention, of what Horn's doing, they're doing it with the young kids. The Legend's a sophomore. The running backs are juniors. There's not a lot of and I'll refrain from a lot of stuff, but the younger kids are winning right now. So they got a lot of seniors not playing, a lot of seniors that have the ability to play. So if they utilize all the young kids and the older kids, because a lot of seniors are kids that play with me, they can play ball. So if they incorporate all that, they're gonna run through that district without a doubt. I don't see anyone standing in the way.
I think Horn should probably with the quarterback that they got this year, I feel like they should model style of attack to more of a. You remember when Will Cole was winning over at Cedar Hill?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what Legend Bay is. He's an amazing
Yeah.
athlete. I feel like
Yeah.
if they allow him to use his legs
Yeah.
against a lot of teams, it's gonna be a real problem.
And it's
He a
hard to
problem.
pregame because he could throw the ball too. So
Right, right.
it's harder it's harder to to you gonna have to scout him because if you try to stop him on the run, he can still throw the ball. He's pretty
Yeah,
accurate,
and them
and
young
they got a
guys,
lot of weapons.
and them young guys that's playing is real deal. Like
Yeah,
BD
yeah,
Ford, the
yeah,
free safety,
yeah.
real
So,
deal. Like I don't matter what
and
kennel you put him in, he a big dog. Like
and
they got some players, man. They got
yeah,
a couple of
they got
players.
and
So.
a lot of the older dudes can play too. So
Right,
hopefully they'll mix in them too because it's a long season, and
right.
they got depth. So I mean,
Let
shit.
me ask you something, Coach Eastside. Who is that big D lineman over there? I keep hearing about.
Who Armstrong?
Yeah, big
Yeah,
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Know them.
Ohio State commit.
Yeah, yeah,
Oklahoma State.
yeah, I've been hearing a lot
Oklahoma
of
State. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah, dog.
I've been hearing a
So
lot of good
Armstrong,
things.
dog. Armstrong plays 7-on-7 with me, dude. If you ever met this kid, the greatest kid. Yeah, I mean, he just has the best personality. He's a man child. Uh, great kid, and he's just incredible, man. And he's young. He's real young. So um, watch for him, man. So yeah, he was committed to Rice and then decommitted. Now he's committed to Oklahoma State. So
Who is the Mesquite schools and their by district?
they'll end up playing. Well, shit.
Is it
We always got.
Hawkeye? Is it Hawkeye Heights in them or who's
So
their by district?
I'm just
No, we
going.
got.
So
I,
well, my son they played. Shit. My son played Saxy. Horn played Wiley East last year, but it's
No, so
always
the Garland.
Duncanville the second round. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
Garland,
yeah. It's
Garland
Garland,
school.
Garland. And they always end up playing Duncanville that second round, which
Gotcha.
is
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
why it's important for the district one or that district. I feel.
Be
And
number one.
after seeing Rockwall, and that's what another thing I was gonna say. Like, what is that telling us? In 2 weeks, the way Rockwall looked week 1 compared to week 2, Cedar Hill week 1 compared to week 2. Like, what teams do y'all think are being consistent right now in the first 2 weeks?
Consistent, Melissa, Anna,
They consistently whooping people ass.
Anna,
Alito.
Alito. Well,
y'all said Melissa, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Peanut.
Right now, I would have to give it to Melissa the best as far as being consistent, the most. To be honest,
I want to go to a game out there.
Hey, you got to pick one because I tried to go out there week 1. It sold out. It was sold out.
Serious?
So, it sold out.
They Lovejoy in the preseason again this year.
I do believe ain't that this week?
This week they got Lovejoy got North Crowley this week.
North Crowley. Okay, so I want to say that's on the schedule.
Oh, they in the same district. They're in the same district, right?
Somebody said Alito was in a dog fight.
They were.
Who did they play again?
Guy.
Oh man, come on now. They're supposed to be a dog fight. When you said but before Alito to pull that victory out this year, just showing what type of championship pedigree they got this year. So
Right.
Yep.
I mean, there's not a game to sniff at. I mean, we talking dominance. We talking them moving up. That's moving up a division to beat somebody. So.
Right.
Moving up two divisions. That's right. They D2. You're right.
Yeah, they D1 now. Yeah, they D1.
Right.
Toledo D1 now.
Yeah, dog.
Man, Swag, man. He said he in the chat, but you know Swag, man. Swag,
Yeah, Lovejoy and Melissa in the same district.
Lovejoy, but didn't they play that big old preseason game last year? Am I tripping? Or was it Argyle?
It was Argyle. Whoo, they in trouble. They're in trouble.
Hey, somebody they
I
They're
bring
think.
in
up my
trouble.
line. I
Well,
ain't gonna lie, man. I felt
I
bad for
think our got in
Skyline last
trouble.
week.
All got in trouble when they hit the playoffs, but I think they're gonna
Yeah.
get back to themselves during the season. But by the
Okay.
playoffs, they're in trouble.
Okay. So you telling me that Argyle is gonna be Emerson in district for district?
So let me say,
I,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. They right now it don't look so, but it's still Argyle. Like they still make
yeah.
great adjustments. They still come
Oh
back as
yeah.
a different team by the end of the year. So Emerson has a great quarterback. I really haven't seen Emerson, but I know Lamont always talking about this. The kid that's gonna be shocked. The one kid gonna be shocked. Yeah, right. But I'm saying the Argyle will make adjustments. When you talking about Melissa, you talking about getting the kitchen sink through at you too. They younger. They probably weren't ready, but I still think deep in the district they'll be a little bit more ready. I ain't gonna say they'll be Emerson, but I bet it's not gonna be a Melissa Argyle score. I don't think
Hold on.
so.
No, no, no.
You make adjustments, but these first 2 weeks they haven't even been compared. That's bigger than adjustments.
But it's called championship pedigree. Like if you look at any of the teams who win, they might not always start off looking like you want them to, but they will find a way to get it right. I done seen all the championship teams do it. So I'm not saying that they're gonna do it, but I'm saying they could possibly do it.
Yeah.
Week 40 pieces next week. It's something big. I don't know who all they lost from last year's team, but
They lost their big old line.
Yeah, they lost that line.
They lost their
Mhm.
line. They
They
lost
lost that line. Quarterback back.
Yeah, the quarterback. They got some nice young pieces. Just their line chemistry is different. When you replacing all the big old linemen, you gotta get that chemistry down. It may come, it may not.
but
I think they're in a district where they can get right. I mean, they won't get challenged in the first round. That's for worse schools.
Right.
But I think the second round is exceedingly. That's where they're gonna have to see Ryder, which I watched Ryder on Texas Live. Man, Ryder, whoo, they got some track stars up there.
So answer me this. Is Emerson getting past Lovejoy and Melissa out of there now?
Not with their foot speed. No.
That's all I'm saying. They gotta get out there north to even get to the team they want to beat. Like you gotta get past Lovejoy
Well,
and Melissa.
it makes a difference to
And
me.
Lovejoy
It
probably
makes
got the best receiver, one of the best receivers in the state. Top two, top three.
two of them. Two of
Two
them.
of them.
Hey man, my man Matt Steph said Ryder got a couple transfers.
Yeah.
He said Jack Mack and the Wichita Ball.
Jake Mack.
Hey.
Hey, boy.
Hey.
Boy, you must be moving across the street.
Man, look.
In order of Wichita Falls, let me hit y'all with this. There, you know what I'm saying? I'm down with it.
Hey, you shit in Wichita Falls.
Life is too short. I want you to go out there and buy my last album. It's called Born to Mac.
Hey, dog, you play. Hey, dog. Hey, J Mac, I couldn't get my theme music today, dog.
Hey man, I forgot. You got to send it to me.
I'm gonna sing it. Fair East Side.
Like I said, man, let the actor sing. Just send it to me.
Oh shit.
Hey man, I win it though. So other than that, man, what was y'all talking about?
Nothing.
Well, let's talk about something right quick. Since we stayed on the east side, let's come to the west side.
Okay.
That big old egg that got laid in Everman. And then of course when you lose like that, the noise start coming out. But I just knew that Everman was gonna take care of Stephenville the way Midlothian Heritage just absolutely dismantled them boys. And I am very concerned in Everman right now. Very concerned.
I think Everman is Everman right now. To me.
Yeah, they got a
I
dead
mean, they always got they always got. I mean, the quarterback been nice for the past few years. Me and B. Ross talked about this when they went to the spring game. I mean, when you just don't got them bodies to throw out there, against certain type of teams, it's just not gonna work. I mean, it always remind me of the time when I think it was like 2014 when Coach Jones did soccer. We had all these top recruits, but we didn't have them subs and them bodies to put in there. Like Everman just like a small, very athletic, very good team. But when they play against a team, they got some depth and some size. It's gonna wear on them every time. Like I just don't see Evan getting past nobody in 5AD2. I just don't see it.
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna have some problems in that district. I
Yeah,
really do.
they lacking that for sure.
Hmm I mean,
Hmm.
in 5AD2 right now, I mean, like, I think J Mac, I think me and J Mac had a discussion about this. When you go out, like when you go out to a sock in Duncanville or a sock in DeSoto game, hell, the numbers the same. We the
Yeah,
same side. We the smaller school, but the football numbers the same. But when you talking element, they 5AD2. But when they march out on the field, it's like they got 17 and a half players.
man. Listen, J Mac been saying that since J Mac say sock come out there like they 6A.
They do. I don't. I still stand on that. Sock is a 618 hiding out in 580 division. When you look at the players, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just you could tell. I mean, if you go to enough football games, you see that.
Yeah,
But I also say you can say the same thing about Melissa.
Alito,
yeah.
they've been doing the same thing.
Anna, who gonna be
Anna?
5A next year? Heck yeah.
Just imagine Anna 4 ain't look like a 618.
Yeah, but they probably going D1. They probably going D1 because I actually was at the Anna Aubrey game. Boy, Anna, they ain't fair right now. They what they playing with it ain't fair.
Mm.
It ain't fair. And what's Allen's loss is Melissa, Anna, Van Alstine, Lovejoy's game because they've all gotten better.
Yeah, they have. I can actually stamp Lovejoy because I know a couple of kids that trained with us this summer. Them kids, they different this year.
Technical.
And then and a lot of and I, like I would tell I think I was telling J Mac this too. Like a lot of the young receivers and the receivers this year, they're benefiting from graduation. Like it's a lot of great DBs that left Texas high school football. So a lot of these receivers gonna get a chance to pick on defenses because the experience not the same right now. So I expect big years from Dalen over at DeSoto, Singleton over at DeSoto. I'm expecting big years from number one, Corey over there at Dunkerville, Davion McCutcheon. That's one of my favorite kids to watch play football over at Lovejoy. Him and Parker. Like it's just an open. It's more open right now because, like I say, all the great DBs and graduated. So
Yeah,
I
big
think
fitness.
it's the year of the receiver this year, and I feel like if a team don't got no receivers, can't throw the ball against the stacked boxes, you're not getting winning this year because everybody who good like the Soto always put on the passing clinic. Now Duncanville passing the ball. Now Sock passing the ball. Everybody passing the ball a little bit better this year. So even the teams that's coming from the north, if they don't got no speed at receiver, you're not running the ball, so you better be able to put that ball in the air. So
Man, let
that's
me
how I see this year.
Coach, you and Coach G, I keep talking about speed, especially when Coach you was talking about Emerson. That play been the fast, had the fast out there.
Well, I ain't gonna say they ain't been fast, Lamont. They ain't never been slow either.
No.
They not that slow either. Like I see them run
So
by, but the year they beat Duncanville, they was running by them. So like they ain't that slow.
slow.
Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, compared to what I've seen in 5AD2, I their foot speed to me is considerably slower than what I've seen. And I'm not even. I'm talking about what's outside. I saw Wichita Falls Rider. Them boys got some runners. You got Melissa, who's D2. You've got Argyle, who you know. You've got who else some burners on D2? Summit.
Always.
I just foot speed. Now that don't mean nothing. You know, a defense player is a unit. You know, I'm with you. But I'm gonna answer that question here. Who is that? Homer Rowe. I'll answer that question here in a minute.
Who has a better defense than Bell?
I'll
Why are we
answer
talking
that
about
question.
LD? Why
A
are we
lot of
talking
people.
about LD Bell?
A lot of teams.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because a Thursday night, I'm gonna leave you out of this. B. Rise. I was at the Lake Ridge Boswell game.
Lake Ridge.
Man, Boswell is so mid, and Lake Ridge gave up almost 70.
Mm.
I mean, they got one kid. The one thing I will say about Boswell, they coach to the kids they got. But Lake Ridge, if they win a game in district,
They ain't winning the
I know. I mean, but Boswell is so mid. They got one kid over there, number 20 or number 22. He's the burner. The quarterback throws sidearm. It's just, oh my God. I mean, and they put almost 80 on a 6A team.
Mm.
So when I saw that team, man, look, LD Bale got a shot. Now, I don't even want to get into what Trinity almost did to Prosper. They went for two, lost that game. They kicked the field goal. They kicked the extra point. It's going to overtime. Trinity's for real.
Man,
So
that's
You think
crazy.
so? You
I
think so?
thought Prosper was gonna
yeah,
take
Trinity's for real. Trinity's
Okay,
for real.
I'm gonna pay attention then.
Hey,
I
Trinity,
thought Prosper was supposed to take this step up this year because last year they was a very good team to me. Like,
Well, they lost their quarterback. They lost their quarterback.
oh well, that'll take you down right there.
So they lost. They were up on Trinity.
Okay.
Trinity came all the way back. They lost 42-41, and I haven't seen the Trinity score from last week, but Trinity showed me something. They for real. Now, of course, North Crowley's the class of that district, but J Mac, I think we're going to get some barbecue because I think Bell and Trinity making the playoffs in that district.
Mm.
And I've
been saying that.
Because Boswell is they are so average, bro. So average.
Yeah.
I mean, there is nothing
Who's
that
that,
excites
Who's average?
Boswell.
Okay.
Because I was on the field, them Lake Ridge and Boswell. Boswell, I don't. Oh my God! I mean, they just so mid to me, man. It's just, I just, oh my gosh. So Trinity should beat them. Bale should beat them because they stoppable. I mean, literally, when I saw the quarterback going out there, he didn't throw not one pass overhand. He throw everything sidearm.
Wow.
Everything.
That means that's all they got.
That's all they. I mean, they got that little scat back, number 20. I mean, he can go, but once you sit on a strong hand, they don't have nothing left.
Yeah. Mm.
So hey man, let me see you the menu, J Mac. I think you got this one.
What about Weatherford? Are they
You know, I haven't seen them in the Metroplex yet. When they come in town, usually I'll catch them when they play Chisholm Trail, Boswell, or Saginaw. I'll look at them, but I haven't seen them yet, and I haven't really heard. I really haven't heard a lot about them. You know.
Shit.
But I think
So they in their district too, right?
Yeah. Because I think Crowley gets that last spot.
I think so too. I think Crowley will beat Bell this year.
They probably will. Well, I think they'll beat Trinity. I think they're gonna have to tussle with Bell.
Right. I was gonna say, I think that Crowley Bell game is gonna be a good game. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, they're pretty even across the board.
Yeah, they actually kind of look alike.
Damn,
Like,
dude.
you know, I was at Bell fall practice, and we was just at Crowley game. And I'm telling you, they are very identical. I think Bell may have a little better defense, but Crowley probably have a better offense. So we'll just have to see how that.
Yeah, I know.
Matt said pump the brakes on Crowley.
Right. He said, "Food
yeah, I mean, it was legacy. We did. I mean,
it was legacy.
It was legacy. We can't. You know, we ain't gonna trip. But I like what I saw in Crowley.
Yeah,
and we really gonna see this week because they play Summit. I know it's regular season, but hey, if you beat Summit, you beat Summit.
Yeah.
So you said that wide receiver's a freshman at
He a
Crowley?
freshman, man. And
He's
I'm
good,
telling you,
man.
dog,
He's good.
that dude is lightning in the bottle for real with good size. Like he ain't no little bitty jitterbug. He legit 6 foot.
Yeah, he's
6'1",
good.
you know
Man.
what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
that
see,
dude's
hey,
good,
what
man.
Jesse just said, Trinity lost to 31-21 to Heath. That I'm not buying in on Trinity. That's
No,
that's it.
no.
I'm not buying it.
He got
I'm
that
not
old.
buying into that shit.
He got I forgot the old Rockwall coach back over there. He came back.
Oh, Webb, Coach Webb.
I
It
don't
don't
remember.
matter.
I
Coach
forgot.
Webb's over there. Ronnie Webb's back at Heath. It don't matter. He ain't got the fucking talent over there in Heath. It's the same shit. They ain't got them transfers from Saxy. So Heath is where Heath is where they always been.
From Saxon. Hell, they other than the
Well,
wide
no.
receiver,
I mean, well, no. You don't want any more. Well, no. There's a couple kids over there, but anyway, but not like they.
Calm down, killer.
But not like they were. Heath is. It's a baseball school now. I'll just put it that way.
Right. For sure.
It's a baseball school. They're back to where they were. I'm telling you, and I'll just go back to when we played Heath in Pee Wee. The parents were crying because we beat up on them in Pee Wee. Those are the same kids that are at Heath. Now that's the type of environment that is now.
Funny joke. We had a little jamboree set up with those teams from the preseason. One day before the jamboree, they people hit us up saying the city said it was too hot. They had to cancel all the games.
No, and that is the mindset at Rockwall Heath. I don't give a damn what you say. And you saw it when they got rid of old boy Graham. They put him out because they were doing push-ups. They were working them too hard, and I won't go into all that. But
Yeah,
that's why
one of my family members over there during that time. I mean, he basically told me like it was just a regular workout. They were just crying. Like,
no. Believe me, I got people over there, and it is what it is. And
I actually liked that coach too. I liked him.
Yeah, I did too. I talked to him because my son played little league over there, and he was trying to build something. He was trying to build a football program over there.
To be honest with you, our conversation was like me sitting down with, I talked to Coach Wood and him and all that. He had that type of fire about him. Like,
Graham was the same way. He was the same way. I felt bad for him, man.
Yeah,
I felt bad for him.
Serious. He was serious.
Yeah. And Coach Webb is a good coach over there, but he ain't got nothing to work with. I don't give a damn what you coaching with. You ain't got nothing.
Right.
And just the Rockwall coach is the same way. He's a good coach over there. They got a good program over there. But hey, you only good as what you putting on the field. Them players over there.
Maybe he can get some of these North Florida kids over here because they ain't doing nothing with them.
No, them kids out there in Rockwall going to Rush City and down the road. They're not going that way.
No, what I'm saying is, North Florida to move us out here.
Right.
And my son here, freshman at North Florida House. You go up there, there ain't nothing but us out here. I said maybe he can get a couple of them to swing around that corner because I literally live 2 miles from Heath, but I stay in Forney. So maybe they can get some of these kids from over here to go over there. That's all they need. They need an injection of a little melanin,
I'm right down the street from you, dog. I'm on the south side. I'm on the south side.
They're a little melatonin over there, huh?
Yeah, they need a little melanin.
We talk about North Florida, but they are 2-0.
Hey, shit, Mario Edwards over there. Shit, they good.
Yeah, they good. I'm not gonna lie to you, J Mac. The way they setting it up out here, I've been out here 5 years. When I first came out here, wasn't none of us out here. Now, boy, it look like Pleasant Grove over here. They keep on building up.
Windmill Farms. Windmill Farms.
They're like Pleasant Grove, bro.
Hey, what you think? You think they gonna build a? Now I got inside information that they won't build another high school, but as much they're building 9th grade centers out here in Forney. But I mean, dog, the growth out here is crazy.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Where you think them kids coming from? I know 3 of them.
Hold on. I don't have to think. I'm gonna tell you.
It's a migration.
It's a migration. I had a lady that's just moved like down the street. We was at the corner store. I was like, where y'all come from? Oh, we just moved South Dallas. Oh, we just moved Pleasant Grove. Like, that's every day. And you can tell the difference that my corner store by my house used to be a very peaceful, nice place.
Hey,
Look
G,
like
hey,
look like
G,
Little World up
G,
there now.
G. I've been here 20 years. Moved to Mesquite. It's a migration. So you got the Pleasant Grove. They moved to Mesquite. The Mesquite folks moved. They moved to Forney. And it's gonna keep going out because I'm gonna tell you because when I bought my house in Mesquite, my neighbor I got mail for him for 18 years. 18 years. I moved out to Forney. I said, you know what? No, I guess I can say this. I looked up his information. I was like, let me see where this dude lives. This dude, he moved from Mesquite to Forney. He lives right around the corner from me. My old neighbor when I was in Mesquite, Ball Springs, he lives right down the street from me now. I said, so it's a migration. And the how much they're building out here, you know, it's crazy that
I already know.
I've heard they're not gonna build a new high school. I don't see how they're not gonna do what they're doing right now. As far as Forney ISD, they're building ninth grade centers at Forney and North Forney to you know for the population, but
alleviate the space.
it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable because
They need to build some more streets out here because you can't go nowhere.
And the infrastructure is horrible. And then I got some inside information on what they did with that money with infrastructure too out here. It's building roads. It's building roads out here. They just now started on 80. But anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah, I used to live out there. And when the Grove started, then West Mesquite got good. Then all of a sudden, then they started running. I won't say running, wrong word. I-80 is a nice little way out to Forney. Then you know, right. So it's hey, Terrell is filling up.
Hey, Terrell is the next suburb that's going to be. Terrell is building up, and Terrell's going to be real nice.
Yeah, Terrell is filling up. So it's
nobody ain't moving to Terrell.
Yes, they are.
I'm crazy people.
I'm about to move back to Oak Cliff.
Shit, Terrell's gonna be the next up and coming thing. Man. I'm trying to tell you,
it's the next one. Yeah, it's the next one.
Waxahachie about to have a whole nother high school.
They talking about it.
Somebody asked why we ain't talking about Waxahachie, and I do want to ask why Waxahachie got me worried right now. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, man.
Waxahachie real shaky.
Yeah, I got them 4 seed, 4 to. I don't know. They probably.
I got them hanging on that 4 seed by like a pubic hair.
The offense will need some work.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been barely getting by against some really like schools they should have blew out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
And they're very young too.
You bring up Waxahachie. I got to tell you the truth. Since you brought it up, I'm very, very worried. I tell you what, I think that Cedar Hill game gonna tell me all I need to know about Waxahachie.
Yep.
When they play Cedar Hill, that's all I'm gonna need to know. After that, I can tell you exactly what you want.
So hold on. Let me ask you something, Jamie. What if it's a dog fight? What we gonna find out of that?
Mansfield gonna get 4.
Yeah, they gonna tell me Mansfield gonna be the 3rd seed.
4.
I was just here thinking about that. I'm like, well, what if the game close? We ain't getting nothing out of that, is it?
Mansfield gonna be the 3rd seed, and whoever won that game gonna be the 4th seed. That's all it is.
Hold on, J-Man. We got somebody in the comments who think we was shooting shots at Cedar Hill, man. We just be telling the truth here. You gotta because I said Waxahachie got some young players. I said that about Cedar Hill. They don't make an excuse. Varsity is varsity. If you a sophomore or senior, if you're losing, you're losing. So we're not giving Cedar Hill no pass. Cedar Hill just get a little bit harder time because they're part of this Southern sector game. They got to get their life together.
Yeah, because the expectation is higher than it.
The expectation is high. The Cedar Hill is one of them schools that I know the kids they go to Cedar Hill. I've coached some of them kids, so I expect more from Cedar Hill. Point blank, period. But I mean, I know they are building up because they got a nice 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade class. But so
keep hearing about them.
Hold on. So do the Soto. So do SOC. So do Duncanville. So it's just like, I mean, people don't understand to build these programs is not no 2 or 3 year turnaround. It just don't happen that way. You gotta put some time in. You gotta put 5 years, decade in. Like it's gonna get there. I mean, I ain't against Cedar Hill. I'm with, like, I want Cedar Hill to be there, but
Yeah.
right now I just feel like Cedar Hill is still lacking something. And maybe it's like I say, maybe it's the trenches. Maybe the trenches still got to get back in order the way it was when they was winning chase championships. Because here, Will Coach dropped back there and run every play, and we knew that he was running. You couldn't do nothing about
Right, couldn't do nothing.
it. So I mean,
Cedar
I
Hill
don't
gonna
got
be
it.
all right. Cedar Hill gonna be all right. They got. Well, I'm biased by quarterbacks. JT's one of my guys, so we're gonna see.
But I've
You
been
gotta look
hearing
past
about.
this game. You
I
gotta look
love
past
that
this
skill
game.
guys. I do. I love that skill guys. I feel like they got a lot of good kids over there. I feel like they building
And
up,
they're
but
young.
like you got to
Yeah.
think
These
the
next
the
2
leap
weeks
that
gonna tell us
DeSoto,
all we need to know because
but
they
that
got
what the
South Lake
DeSoto and
and Waxahachie.
Duncanville is doing right now. You have to come with it to be in that district. Like them people not playing over there no more. Like
Yeah.
when you look up at DeSoto and Duncan, like I tell people all the time, at Duncanville, Akbar, I mean, 23, I think his name was Akbar, walked out the door. They replaced him with Colin Simmons. Colin Simmons getting ready to walk out the door. They got Ford over there. Like these people not playing. You know what I'm saying?
But I've
Same
been
with DeSoto.
hearing about them Cedar Hill 6th, 7th, and 8th graders for about a year now. They
Nah, they
excited
good.
about them young boys.
Hey, they good. Cedar Hill young kids are good. They got a great squad coming up.
But the hard part, keeping them. That's the
Nah,
main
nah,
thing.
nah. These Cedar Hill kids, brother, they not going nowhere. These real Cedar Hill kids, they gonna be in Cedar Hill. They parents Cedar Hill and them kids Cedar Hill. I ain't they got a nice young class coming up. If they can cultivate a culture with them young boys coming in, they gonna be a problem eventually. But just right now, when you get a first year coach trying to come in and stop a wildfire that's been going on for 2, 3, 4 years, it's gonna be hard for them to slow that down. They just
So
gotta keep
basically,
on building.
let me ask you: so we looking at what 3-4 years for Cedar Hill to be back relevant?
I give them 2.
I give them
2
two
years.
because they got their young class coming up. A lot of them kids, once they
Be
sophomores, they gonna
fresh.
be on varsity. Tell you right
Yeah,
now, they the excellent.
freshmen. They freshmen now.
Yeah. They got some nice little. They got a nice little old squad.
But I say with that
Mm.
senior year, they'll have a year of experience a year of varsity experience under their belt. The
Right.
junior year, them really makes.
Yeah.
Lamar, we gotta fix your internet, my brother.
Yeah.
We gotta get you off cricket,
You
dog. We gotta
copped
get
the
you off
screws
cricket.
tonight, man. They messing with you tonight. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't never had this problem out of you, but tonight they stuck a bug in your internet.
Hey,
You're
I
making
like
mad at you, man.
I like Red Oak. I think Seguin got shut out last week.
Hold on.
I think
Red
They
Oak.
I
got
like
shut out
Red
by
Oak.
Red Oak.
Red Oak what?
Red Oak against Seguin.
No, the Red Oak won. That game already over.
No. Seguin, whoever the Seguin played last week, I think they got shut out.
Red Oak.
Seguin beat Mansfield the week before.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a big win for Red Oak.
Yeah, it was.
Red Oak is the silent killer. Let them go under the radar.
But they ain't going on the radar East Side.
They ain't going under the radar.
They on the southern sector. Ain't no other radar.
Yeah, they going under the radar. That's why somebody might drop the 5A.
Hey, they going to for real. Hey, and they gonna be on ESPN this week.
Yeah,
who gonna be on ESPN?
Red Oak.
Red Oak.
Yep.
Who they playing on ESPN?
Lake Belton.
Yeah, Lake Belton.
That's a district game. Is that a district game?
Yeah.
But you know that last year that game was one of the best games of the year. I promise you. That's why they might have got it on ESPN. That's one of the best games I watched in high school football. That game was electrifying. So that's probably why
who was that?
Red Oak and Lake Belton last year. That game was exciting, boy. It was like watching a basketball game, really. 3-pointer for 3-pointer. They was going at it.
Shout out to my boy Christopher Martinez. Let's go, boy. Let's do it.
Which I think they need to, because as good as I like Red Oak, but they lean way too much on the pass.
Well, you know why?
Ooh, is that such a thing?
Now? They just don't. They O-line not a power O-line. They
that's what you gotta do. You gotta throw the ball.
You gotta do what you gotta do, because they don't line. Not no power O-line.
Yeah. Hey, Jay Matt, the coach came on the show and said he need about 2
Yeah, he did. He did. He did.
Funny thing, my son, older brother, played left. He started at left tackle last year for Red Oak, but he quit. So,
yeah, that's what be happening.
Hey, can I get a little update? Florida State and LSU asked. So for all you SEC people, overrated 31-17 FSU over LSU.
Look at how many yards Daniel got.
They top heavy.
They always top heavy.
He done already messed up my prize pick, so I ain't got nothing else to talk about. When it
he
comes to LSU, I'm mad.
He done messed up the parlay ticket and everything.
He done messed up the parlay ticket, man. God damn.
Oh yeah, this shit over.
J-Mac,
he just got sacked.
J-Mac, I can't let us get out this door without bringing up the Oak Cliff Super Bowl because I need to know. Your boy Coach Bam said he ain't losing the quarter no more.
Ooh.
That's what he said now.
Ooh.
Now, when you was on here last year, we told y'all that rebuilding take longer than the 1-2 years, man. You can't just come. You can get it. Your program, they probably a little better than they was last year, but 20-8 with Carter, either Carter is growing or Kimball just not ready yet. I need answers.
I mean, we saw what happened to that. You want me to show it again? That you want me to show what happens when you say you'll never lose Carter again? This is what happened to you right here.
So we typically, we don't interview players or coaches on a losing team, right? But right now, I appreciate you, Coach Bam, for being a man of your word. All right, take that L with you. It looks good on you right now. But after tonight, man, let's go kick some ass for real.
This Coach Wills telling him to take the. I just realized that was Coach Wills.
I felt bad, man, because I was over there, and shout out to Kimball because they definitely won the tailgate wars because Carter tailgate didn't have nothing on what Kimball had going on.
Yeah, Kimball, boy, they
Kimball tailgate was way better, man. But I almost felt bad. Cause I don't know what happened, man. I got to call Bam behind the scenes.
How Landry doing that game?
He ran for 107.
107.
But he took him like 26 carries. Like he earned it.
Say Courtney. Say Kimball. Yeah, they stopped the run, but shit, they couldn't stop the pass.
They couldn't stop the pass. That's the difference. The quarterback got hurt last year. He healthy now, and he could throw. Now he ain't number about 5'5". But he can throw.
The kid at Carter. The one that came from Duncanville?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can throw that rock now. Yeah,
he can throw that rock. So that opened up because they got a bunch of fast wide receivers, dog.
Yeah, boy, they fast, man.
When they do that play action, it's a wrap. One misstep, the receiver's gone.
That's what they've been missing in the playoffs, too. They haven't been able to throw the ball at all.
Yeah, good coordinator.
Shout out to Orion. See, Orion was my J-Mac player of the week. He had 2 TDs this week. He had 2 TDs last week. You know what I'm saying? So, he's another Duncanville player.
Yep.
Ex-Duncanville player. I'm glad to see them go home.
Hey, J-Mac, I got to get out of here. Hey, J-Mac, I got to get out of here. The old lady telling me to make sure to put that brisket on. So I don't get yelled at.
But my number, man. Call me tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna tell you this here. I had the pleasure of sitting in Amon G. Carter Stadium yesterday. First of all, I did not know. I did not know Shadur Sanders is that big. He is that big, and he is a first round pick. Number one, I mean, his decision making is impeccable. Number two, that offensive coordinator, if you want to go and be an offensive coordinator one day, watch the way he called that game.
Sean Lewis, look it
up. Let me tell you something. That dude, I like what Deion is doing. I like what Shadur did. He made him millions of dollars. Travis Hunter made millions of dollars yesterday. But that offensive coordinator is the best offensive coordinator in the country. Book it.
Hey, G, Sean Lewis is that dude. Let me
Hey,
do what he do. Let me point out something that Colorado need to work on. And I'm sure Prime gonna. Shiloh led the team in tackles.
10.
That's a problem when
Yeah,
your safety
safety.
leads your team.
Safety
When your
10.
safety leads your team in tackles. But I'm with you, and I told all my dudes. I said, y'all got to understand. Prime ain't coaching. Prime don't ever coach.
Nope. He got
Prime ain't
nope.
coach with his Pee-wee. Prime ain't coach at Cedar Hill. Prime ain't coach at Jack State. He surrounds himself with the best coaches.
Yep. And shout out to Coach Prime.
You
Yep.
look at his staff. His staff is one of the best. People, you look at his staff. Y'all go to the Colorados. Look at their staff. Prime built one of the best staff in the country.
That OC, he left a head coach now to be an OC at Colorado.
Look at everybody on that staff. Look at J-Mac. Look at everybody on that staff. Look at everybody on staff.
Yep.
Dion didn't have no headset on. Dion didn't have no headset on.
I'll be honest. I'm not fine. I know you got to go. You can go. I can get my opinion.
Yeah, let me hit you right quick. And I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna listen to you. Also, you watch that post-game interview. He gave love to Zimmy Daniels. Now you know, Lamont, Zimmy Daniels, Fort Worth Pee Wee football legend out here. Hey, he gave love to him when they was out there battling. And he, hey, I know these kids. I know where they come from. That's why I had it in what I had to do to them. So, hey, Shay, the dub, best in the world. Have a good night.
All right, G.
He got to play us. He got to play us this year too.
But all I'm gonna say is about the Prime. I mean, I'm happy he won because, as far as I'm concerned, if he's successful, it open up more doors for black head coaches. So I'm not tripping.
Hopefully.
But
somebody ain't doing right. But anyway, go ahead. That's another.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think at the same time, I don't want to jump all the way on it because with a defense like that, you're not gonna win a whole bunch of games. And shout out to Florida State, Lamont. They is kicking LSU.
Bro, Florida State in LSU ass.
My old lady ain't finna give me no hugs tonight.
Hold on, time out. Hold on.
Where the SEC? Where the SEC at, y'all? Where y'all at? Florida State in that ass.
38. Hey, we're gonna be a sleeper pick, man. We're gonna surprise some people this year.
I should have took the Travis. On my prize pick, I should have took Travis.
Lamont, who you talking about?
Florida State.
Nah, that ain't shit. They ain't surprised nobody no more after this shit.
Oh, yeah. I hope my boy Snacks watching this. You know you're going to hear about it tomorrow at practice, Snack.
Hey, man, I want to give a shout-out to Swag, man. I got to do this for Swag because we talked about the Oakland Super Bowl, so let me do this for Swag. And this is
then we go Swag about Holiday game. Go ahead.
Hey, I will be honest. Y'all be talking about Swag and how his love for Carter. This right here going to show you everything. Watch this.
Let's go, baby! Yeah! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Let's get this shit! Let's get this shit! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Let's go! Let's do what we do! Let's do what we do, baby! Do what we do! Do what we do! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I think he had his Carter helmet. shoulder pads. Like he was in full uniform.
Oh,
Hey man, you can't hate him, man.
Hey man, you can't help but love it, man.
Oh, yeah,
And
my
they
boy.
love swag. Like, hey man, they love some swag over there on Carter side.
You know us, our sock fans. We can't say nothing about swaggy because we lose our mind over our team too. So
Yeah. And they love it. They love it.
J-Mac.
They respond to him though. That's what's so crazy. When you see swag over there, he spends so much time with them kids over there. It's just like they respond to him. Like when he's over there, let's go. Like they hype. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like, who this old ass nigga over here? They ain't saying all that. They like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They hype with it.
My boy Swaggy.
Hey, J-Mac, I need one. J-Mac, I need one of the red shirts you got on, dog.
See, we can't get a shirt, man. We gotta go, man. Say,
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Top Tier Collection because they sponsored them shirts I've been giving out. This a Willow brand. You have to holler at Willow.
I want mine.
I'm gonna have to make my own shirts.
Hey, can we shout out Coach Willow for them uniforms he put together for Carter, man? Carter, man.
Yeah, I'm sure we're clean.
Man,
we're clean. Hey, they look like Houston. They look like Houston. Hey, they look like Houston. You see Houston uniforms this weekend? Looking like the Oilers. Yeah,
they looked good, man. It was I liked the video when they presented the kids the uniforms, how excited they was. People don't know that type of stuff inject pride into kids and pride in the community that somebody care about them and willing to put some uniforms together for them. So it's good to see Carter because really I'm ready for Oak Cliff football to be Oak Cliff football again. I want to see.
Hey, speaking of Oak Cliff, hey, get a shout out to Life School Oak Cliff, Coach Welton. Hey, they're doing their thing over there.
Yeah, they got the Little League All-Star team over there.
He got a 7-7 team. They beat Brock Thursday. They beat Brock 58-8. So he building up that brand up there in Oak Cliff.
Yeah, I used to coach with and against a lot of those kids. So he got a nice little crop over there.
Yeah. Well, hey. Me and Welton always we collaborated on some stuff. He knows what he's talking about, dog.
Yeah.
Hey man, he trying, and I ain't mad at him. He trying to bring some
he has a passion. That's one person that I know has a passion for coaching and knows what he's talking about, and knows what he's doing. So
yeah, and I like Coach Welton. Hopefully he can get them kids up there to help that high school out, and hopefully he got some linemen because. That's like biggest problem. They have no.
He tried at Trinity. But they ain't.
Hey, J-Mac, the team we talking about with them junior high kids, they got linemen. They got everything. Quarterback, receivers, linemen, backs.
That eighth grade team is crazy, but I mean, let's just think about it. It's gonna be 3 years before we really hear about them on a high school level.
Right. Or if they stay, you got to get all of them.
Because if you that cold, you best believe. Everybody
gonna come get them. They're gonna try to come get them. Yep.
That free U-Haul is waiting.
Yeah. We know about the Mesquite kids. The Mesquite kids are all over the Metro Fest. They got state championship too. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can say no more.
But we know.
Yeah, we know everybody J-Macking, man. It just is what it
is.
And you know what? I ain't mad at nobody for doing it.
Nah, you ain't. Put them in the best situation.
Yeah.
Put them in the best situation you can. Shit. Not all these coaches can coach. Shit.
Yeah, well, it don't make no sense to be stuck up under a coach and you ain't happy with the program, but you got to sit there and suffer.
Lamont, what you watching on there? You watching porn or some shit? Because you're
I'm down for Florida State fan. That's my favorite.
That shit over with, dog. That shit over with.
Hey,
boy.
Crazy games.
I mean, they ain't blocking worth for nothing, dude.
He look at Les Miles. He like, God damn it.
I think
y'all can give me. Huh? Say it again, Lamar.
He's overrated as a coach, man.
Who? He ain't no coach. Shit. He ain't no coach. He's a salesman. Shit.
You talking Brian Kelly?
No, Brian Kelly.
He's so
Brian
overrated.
Kelly can coach, dog. He can't coach.
What does he
Man,
want?
he ain't coaching.
He was at
He
nobody.
was
I
winning at
can't.
Notre Dame. He was just
Yeah, and I can't
won
just
the
go out
SEC
winning either
championship,
because
man. Well,
it's
he
a
went
lot
to the
of
SEC championship
coaches.
game.
He's a salesman.
Hey, that's all you got to be a good college coach.
Well, I don't know. That's a 1-2 year thing. Being a salesman versus a coach. Lincoln Riley is a coach. Lincoln Riley is coach. Lincoln Riley is not a salesman. He is a coach, an offensive genius. He just can't get a defensive coach. He can't get a defensive coach because he's handing out a coaching job to one of his partners. Grinch is fucking horrible. It's horrible.
How you go get the best D lineman in college and you still suck?
Because you don't have a good DC because that's your homeboy. That's another episode. We're gonna do that later.
Oh yeah, well I remember it's a saying in coaching: friends get you fired.
Right.
Friends get you fired, but you know. Lincoln Riley has a pass because he gets his offense done. You know, we don't. You know, didn't have a defense at OU, ain't got one at USC. So we'll see.
Hey, J Meg, I had this a little bit off topic because it just came to my head because I know we were talking to Coach CJ earlier. What's up with this obituary them Lancaster folks put up on us, man?
He said obituary.
Was that from last year?
Nah, that was this year. They do it. Look, one year I think they sent flowers to us or something, man. They be wilding.
Like all weekend. I ain't heard. Celestia, where you at? I ain't seen her all
They
week.
quiet. Like last year when they beat us that little 21-3, and I came out here and I said they had 30 possessions, scored 21 points, and we didn't have good quarterback play. And they made it seem like they were just that much better than Sock. But this year we had some quarterback play and the game went by too smooth. So I just ain't heard enough from them old Tigers, man. They be doing a whole lot of bumping. I ain't heard enough. See, I can deal with DeSoto people because Lamont, he gonna talk before the game, after the game, during the game. See, that don't bother me. It's the people who be snapping. Then when they lose, you don't hear nothing from them. I need some of them Tigers to come out, man.
I'll be honest. Lancaster fans different, dog. They're a different breed.
Yeah, I see. They going hiding.
I'll be honest. They're a different breed.
They going hiding, man. I ain't heard too much from them. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been real quiet after they little obituaries, like they had their own funeral.
Hey, Courtney, I apologize on the book. I want to apologize to all the other Sox fans too. I rode with Lancaster.
Hold on, let me get you your plate because I ain't ate mine, but I'm gonna give you yours first.
Yeah, but once Lancaster,
there you go.
But hey, once Lakers start winning again, they gonna bounce back. They gonna bounce. Once Lakers start to win again, they gonna bounce back.
They don't.
I don't know if they gonna bounce back, dog. If they
I mean the fans will bounce back.
They don't fix his run defense. I apologize to Swaggy after the game because when he said Forney was gonna thank you, I laughed at him on this show. But after
Lamar,
run defense, I could very easily see that happen.
And then look what they're gonna do with Taylor Taylor.
What?
I told Swaggy,
chase him from behind.
Oh my God! FSU is running through LSU like they ain't even out.
I told Swaggy it wouldn't surprise me if Lancaster got fourth in their district behind Alito East, Forney, and Lufkin. Because all three of them come right at you.
Hold on, say that again. What was the other team you said before Lufkin?
Alito.
Alito who?
Alito East.
East. He said Alito East.
Longview. Okay, Longview. I had to hear him right because I thought he was talking about. I thought I heard Wiley. I was like, Wiley East. They all right this year too.
Wiley good 2-0. Wiley 2-0.
Yeah, they young
get y'all
too.
prediction because Matt Stepp just made a great point. Lancaster got dinged out this week.
What you need to hear from me? What you need to hear
That's
from
an
me?
L.
You want me to give you my score prediction?
That's an L.
I'll give you my score prediction.
At home.
That's an L.
Let's go to that game. I'm gonna go 42-49 about 10.
Who?
They don't get. Lancaster don't get past 10 points.
Who don't get?
The Gaia 49, Lancaster 7 or 10. Pick one.
I ain't arguing with you.
And look, this ain't no indictment against Lancaster, but it's something that to me personally, I remember one show Jay McNeil was kind of grilling Coach Paul about the 2 quarterback system and him want to give 2 kids a scholarship. But I'm telling you right now, when you get into these big games, you swapping in and out the quarterback. One of the main things about playing the quarterback is seeing the defense and seeing the disguise and seeing where they moving to. But if you going in and out the game, you got to put somebody in and they haven't been in the game watching it, they gonna be confused. Then Corey, I think Corey and Gibson not playing. Like, and then you just seen what guy just put up on the Lido DBs, and them DBs not
45.
young. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man. Like I just don't see them being able to cover the run or the pass against Den guy right now. Like I just don't see it.
You was at the game. Is it me or is Lancaster struggling on both sides of the trenches? Everybody talking about back play, but it's hard to be a quarterback running for your life every play. Am I wrong?
I mean, we say that, but the running back did run for 208.
He did. But hold on, J Mac. Let's put that in perspective though. Let's talk about Yak. 208 is him breaking 10 tackles a play.
I'm just saying he did. So it had to be a hole somewhere at some point.
To be honest,
part of the first quarter. Fourth quarter, he broke 6 tackles on about a 50-yarder. Right. Other than that, Stock pretty much held him in check.
You know who really disappointed me for Lancaster this week that I thought was gonna be able to galvanize their defense is that D tackle from Duncanville.
Oh, they can change him all day long.
I mean, they didn't let him sniff nobody. Like I didn't see. He probably was in on 1 tackle when I was looking at the game. So it just. I mean, I'm not gonna count Lancaster and Coach Paul out because I love Coach Paul as a coach and I love their scheme and they draw up some good stuff. I just don't know when you come off a loss like that against SOC, then you got to turn around and see Gaia, and then you got to go in the district and deal with Jo and Taylor Tatum, and it's gonna be they're gonna have to really
because I think Tyler running back is going to California somewhere.
Yeah, what you talking about? Legacy? Tyler, the new Tyler. What's the name of that school?
John Tyler is still John Tyler. I think it's Tyler Legacy.
It's Legacy.
Well, it's Tyler High and Tyler Legacy.
Yeah, so like Legacy, they was pretty decent last year. I'm just saying from where Lancaster was last year to where they are this year, it's just a whole nother ball game right now. So I mean, I hope they bounce back, but I just don't see it against Gaia. I think Gaia gonna be a domination.
Yeah, no, Gaia gonna beat them. Goddamn, this game over with.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel bad. I was gonna go to that game because it was in Lancaster, but I think I'm gonna wait till the Longview game. That way they can right the ship. Get the ship
that's when
right.
I'm gonna go. That's when I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the Longview game. I'm not going to the Gaia game because I feel like we're gonna spend our money and by the second quarter we're gonna be at the concession stand talking about another game.
Or it's gonna be like Ben Bryant was Friday, leaving at halftime, headed somewhere.
Right. I just don't. And it's crazy. And it's crazy because since about 8 years old, I always said now a kid can stop T. Eric. So I mean, they just gonna have to at least awaken back up the animal in T. Eric. I know he coming off that gruesome situation that happened to him, but Lancaster gonna have to get on him and Key1 back and try to pull out some wins because right now I don't see it coming from nowhere else. I'm gonna be honest because I know the defensive backfield is off the freshman team last year. Yeah, that's what people not realizing. A couple of the DBs is some kids off the freshman team from last year.
JV,
yeah. I'm saying I know 2 of them.
J-Man, what game you going to?
I think Thursday I'm gonna go to Crowley Summit. I'm not sure about Friday yet.
I'll take Summit by 2 touchdowns.
Friday I might end up. I think me and Lamont. I might take Lamont. We're gonna go to Cedar Hill and see South Lake at Cedar Hill.
It's at Cedar Hill. That's Friday.
That's Friday. Saturday is I might wake up early go see Skyline play. They play somebody in Frisco. One of Frisco school, but they should win.
Cool. Skyline
should win. They fumbled the ball.
They're looking pretty decent. They're looking pretty decent right now.
They looking all right. I'm surprised they're looking all right.
Yeah, they're looking a little decent this year. They're looking better than last year for sure.
What
I got to support my man, Coach Coleman, man. Coach Coleman, man, that's a good coach. But like I told him, well, he know this because he come from a Tasca Cedar, but You know, kids just gotta learn how to close games away. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
They gotta learn.
That's winning. That's winning.
Speaking of Atascocita, how you feel about them this year? J Mac.
About who?
Atascocita, yeah, out there in Houston. How you feel about them this year?
Yeah,
They got, hey man, they look good against Katy. Go back and look at that game. They look good against Katy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
So
watch it.
I give them a shot against North Shore. You only got to beat them once, and hopefully it's the second time, not the first time. So we'll see. Cause I mean, I'm watching the North Shore games. They starting off slow with all the
Well,
talent they got.
but you already know this one train. That's a train. It start out chugging, then it get to rolling, and then
It's just like
we
that.
Get stuck on the hill.
Cause who was it last year? I forgot who it was that played North Shore last year, and they made it look like a close game, and they just swore. The North Shore ain't the same North Shore. And the playoffs came around, they got to rolling through them folks like they wasn't standing there.
Hey man, all I know is they got it's like a Atascocita and North Shore is like DeSoto Duncanville.
Right.
They ain't nothing but it's the same thing.
You just made me think about something though, J Mac. How in the hell did Allen go down there and get their ass stumped by CE King? I cannot believe it.
It's Allen.
I'm saying, but it's CE King.
No man, I'm gonna be honest, man.
Come on, man.
It's
We don't
watch Allen play.
CE King.
And I feel
Now,
sorry
CE King got some players, man. CE King pretty good. It's just like Allen. You gotta think where they descended from, man. We not used to seeing no crap like this. When Allen lose, they
Well,
gonna lose to
that whole
somebody.
that started from the whole administration on down. So that's all that shit's crumbling out there. So.
CE King stumped the mud hole in Allen. They made Allen look like a 418. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Allen will have a new head coach next year.
Man,
Hey Lamar, how your boy doing, Lamar? Shit. So got you out here.
Hey,
See, his
J-Man.
cricket working. Yeah, his cricket ain't working. His cricket ain't working.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all saying my phone service tripping, so I don't know what's going on.
I asked you how your boy doing. You didn't hear me.
He doing good, bro. He got his first sack against Allen in game one, man. Excited to see what we do against those extinct birds in a couple days.
Oh man, come on,
man. I
man.
ain't gonna lie, man. That's gonna tell me a lot because I don't know if Saka ain't gonna rotate them old linemen. They're gonna be in there and they're gonna block. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be probably the best old line y'all face until y'all see Duncanville.
He just think this ain't gonna be the game from last year, bro. I'm telling you right now. Y'all ain't running away with this game, bro.
Before I get off, I gotta go. I was saying it earlier. Y'all saying I'm chopping it up. Am I clear now?
Yeah,
you good. Go ahead, hurry up before I mess up.
We test that young secondary. And once y'all start dropping out the box, that's when we go. Everybody think because we lost Tiger that we not going to run the ball. But they fail to realize Jordan Trawick is a D1 back. Also,
Definitely.
I think he's committed to, I want to say, Kent State. Our O-line is big.
He'll get different offers.
Yeah, our O-line is big now.
You want me to tell you a secret, though, Lamar?
What's that?
In every football game on a high school level, when you're dealing with great teams, you give up one or the other. You either gonna allow them to have a good rushing day and take away the pass, or you're gonna take away the run and let them have one-on-one outside. What you think we gonna do?
It's gonna be a pick your poison. It really don't matter to us.
No, I'm saying some poison. It's okay sometimes to pick their poison. So sometimes if I give up, I'm gonna give you an example. Against Duncanville, we know we not stopping both of Duncanville, whatever they got going. So you try to limit Caden as much as you can, but then you let out the receivers. So against y'all right now, y'all receiver heavy. So the smart thing to do is to stay over the top of them young DBs and let the linebackers deal with the running game.
You think we're also running back here? Like I say, Trawick D1 back.
Let me tell you something though. Every school that's in this southern sector got running backs. But we talking about Tiger, Caden Durham, them different type of running backs. Them the guys you can't let have 300-yard rushing.
It's Tiger, Caden, then everybody else.
Trawick been on varsity freshman also though.
But he got a job too. By time.
here's something else also. Our line is big, nasty, and physical. Experience. They've been through the wars, they've been through the trenches. So, we still gonna be able to come out and run the ball. DJ still gonna be able to do him.
Lamar, I just honestly feel like the mistakes from last year made that game look a little different than it's gonna look this year. I just think it's gonna be a cleaner game, so it'll be a tighter game. Like a Doug, like when y'all. Let me tell you something. Against Dougaville, you have to pick one you gonna give up. You gotta pick Caden Durham or you gonna stop Corey. You might want to. You pick the wrong one, you burnt. Like I feel like against y'all, it's the same. It's the same concept against y'all, but without Tiger, it ain't just as scary. Now you do have another running back, but it ain't Tiger Wright and Caden Durham. That's all I'm saying. Or receivers. Corey a different type of receiver, bro. Like you playing 1-on-1, he going for 300-400 yards against him. So I feel like we should just take away the passing game and turn y'all into a running team.
Man, who's that dude in the asylum right there? Dude look like he little off right there with that checkerboard shirt. Look like he in the asylum.
Willow is. Willow, hey, you got a little static, Willow.
Oh yeah, shout out Jaquan Smith. That's little Bubba from Waxahachie on varsity. One of them 2027 kids. I coached him 1 year on 11 year. He a dog for sure.
He is nice. Yeah, he is nice.
He
I saw
a dog. Bubba a dog. Bubba been 6'3" his whole life. He was born 6'3".
And his brother like 5'7".
Right. he bigger than his daddy and everything. So yeah, shout out him.
Coach Carr. Oh, turn the volume up. We can't hear you.
Another cricket user.
Nah, we can't hear you, Coach. Look like you in the studio about to drive a track.
A church track.
He in the studio. But I like the shirt he got on. My man went to a baptism.
Yeah, no, he went to a late church night.
Deacon,
we can't hear you, Will.
Deacon Willow. You ain't got the Lord cut your mic off.
Jesus took the wheel, huh? Once again.
And then a U-turn.
Lord,
hey, type your comments, Will. We can't hear you. Type your comments now. We can't hear you. But
hey, come on, man. I gotta get you. If you don't come in, we gonna go out and shut it off because we don't see you get their ass kicked. So it's
that game over.
Yeah. You can't get no sound.
You got that high price.
Come on now, Carter just be Kimber, Willow. I've been waiting on you to come here all night.
Wow, it's time for me to get all good. I definitely win that shit.
Oh, it's a. Well, we gotta talk about it because that game was sponsored by the Dub and Willow. So hey, and I do want to shout out to everybody in Oak Cliff because them stands was packed. It looked just like the SOC Lancaster game. No bull.
Where's the game at? Where is it at?
It was at
Kincaid.
Yeah.
You know, I wish you would have been at Sprague though, J Mac. It's just something about that Sprague when it comes to Carter and Kimber. I wish it was at Sprague.
I do too. And we talked about that. We actually talked about it.
Was it closer to the field and stuff?
Well, it just bringing that old feel back. It give you that old feel. Yeah. Like Kincaid made it a high.
Sprague, being a Carter guy, that game being at Sprague gave you that fear-free life feel.
Yeah.
Because you just go backyard.
Right. It's just like back when I was playing when Kimber and Lincoln used to play for the district championship and stuff, it had to be at Sprague, man. It gotta be where the fans right up on top of you. If we run out of stands, they put chairs on the track.
Everybody be standing on the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it feel like he was in like an octagon getting ready to have a UFC fight. That's one thing about it.
That's the fun type, yeah.
Yeah, I love the atmosphere.
Kimber side wasn't all the way full, but the bottom level was full though. The top wasn't full, but the bottom level was full. And I'm gonna be honest, that's the best crowd I've seen in the Kimball Carter game. Wow.
Hold on, is Duncanville, is the Soto fans they always in this chat arguing with Duncanville. Leave them people alone, man.
Leave them alone.
You talking
Leave
about
Duncanville alone, man.
Until you win,
Is
just leave
Miss
them
Moore in
folks
there? Miss
alone.
Moore in there? Miss
Oh
Moore
yeah,
in there?
you know, Mama Bear ain't letting nobody make
Yeah,
it.
she in
Talking
there.
about
That's good. That's
But
all
hey,
right.
to be honest with you, Mama Bear ain't lying now.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
No,
Now
we
we
can't
got
hear
you.
you.
What's
Yeah,
up,
we
big
good.
dog?
All right.
How
Hey
was that
man, we
church
gonna
service? That
give you the
late
floor,
church
dog. Just
service that you had to
tell us
go
what's
to?
on your
Nah,
mind.
man, I went out with the wife, man. We went to a
Yeah.
comedy show and out to eat, man. So
Gotta do that.
Okay. You look
Hey, I
tired,
ain't
bro.
mad at you.
Yeah, that
I
you
am.
drink.
I'm extremely tired. It was a long weekend. You know, it was a great weekend.
Good weekend.
Starting on Friday, you know, got a chance to watch that Lancaster SOC game. Followed by the Oak Cliff Super Bowl, which I just kind of like took it that more so than anything, the crowd. I know, J Mac, we set out earlier this year to bring back the Oak Cliff Super Bowl to where it was and to make it, you know, what it used to be. And I mean, we had almost 5,000 people at that game.
That's good.
You know, so we achieved that goal, but it's just to kind of go over that weekend, man. And the only thing that disappointed me about that weekend was the actual game.
It wasn't as close as you thought.
Well, I think I'm gonna start with Carter and Kimball. The thing that upset me the most about that one is that Kimball didn't come out and play. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't play with energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like they
weren't up for it.
Their offense was anemic, non-existent.
Horrible, dog.
You know what I mean? And it was like there was no fight, no sense of urgency. I thought the defense did a good job of containing the running back, but on the outside, they gave up the big plays. So at the end of the day, in this day and age of football, you score 20 points, you still, you know, as a defense, you give up 20 points, you still got a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no fight in it. The Lancaster game, man. That was, I don't know. Lancaster got some serious issues. And before we get on this social media hollering, you know, oh, we gonna remember who said what, and them days are over with. Them days done passed. That you get a pass on that one time. Like we can't live there, right? You got to get better. They're not better. They're not a good football team, right? You still have the same problems you had a year ago. Same ones. You haven't fixed it. Either you can't develop quarterbacks, or you don't have a scheme to where one can prevail in that scheme. So when you have two quarterbacks, you split in time and reps in practice. You have a set of plays for one quarterback, you got a set of plays for another quarterback. You become one-dimensional, extremely one-dimensional. And I said it earlier when we was talking about when we was talking about who the rankings, and I had Lancaster at 7, and it was for that same reason. And people got mad, and people, you know, got in little bunches and firing off and calling people whatever they want to call them. But I'm gonna speak facts. I'm not gonna lie on you. I'm not gonna make stuff up. I'm just gonna speak facts. I'm 48. I've been around football for 44 years at the highest level. At the highest level. I've played for Hall of Fame coaches. I've coached for Hall of Fame coaches. I've been in defensive meeting rooms like forever. And I know how they work. I know what we look for. I know what we talk about. I'm just talking about experience. And when you look at Lancaster, Lancaster is not very good. They're not a very good team. They quit. When they start getting punched in the mouth, they quit. They laid it down. You can use this for bulletin board material, or you can go get your house in order. That's where we're at with Lancaster. All this high siding and talking and hiding behind all this other stuff. Facts are facts. You're gonna have to show up and beat somebody. You have so much talent over there, but you cannot get out your way because you do not have a plan. So you can say whatever you want to say. My line is open. You can call me, whatever. I do not care. But the thing about football is, the beauty of it is every week you get to put your product out on the field. For all the work you've done that week, put your product on that field. Show the world what you can achieve that weekend. That's how you're judged. As a coach, you signed up for this. That's the beauty of sports. You get to get critiqued. So when you are still putting the same product that got you out the second round last year on the field at a continuous basis, that is a problem. And that problem has to be fixed. If Lancaster's going to be what we think they can be, they have to fix that problem. Who are you?
It's crazy, Coach Carr, because
You're right.
I was speaking earlier about the game when we first got on here, and I said one of the main things I seen is when SOC was bludgeoning them in the running game over and over. I seen the defensive coordinator just start blitzing the linebackers and blitzing the linebackers. I'm like, that's not gonna help. Like, because once we get past the line, there's nobody else there. It's like the defense, whatever they was doing on defense, to me, I was just lost. I didn't know what the concept of the defense was. We gonna blitz to stop the run game. We gonna load the box to stop the run game. It was like they were just allowing it to happen. And to me, one of the sign of a great team, like I tell people all the time, we coach at practice. At the game time, we adjust. You make adjustments. You fix what need to be fixed so you can get better as the game go on. But to me, they got worse on defense as the game go on. It's like every time soccer bludgeon them in the running game, they'll try some little stupid blitz and then they'll get hit again up the middle. So to me, it's like you say, Coach, it's an identity crisis with them. Like I don't really know what they do. Do they run the ball? Do they pass the ball? Can they stop the run? Do they stop the
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You cannot walk around like you built Taj Mahal when you started out with a program that's already hitting home runs and on third base.
Right.
That's a program that was a 4 or 5 round deep program.
Right, for sure.
So at the end of the day, again, because I'm never going to make it personal, but when you attack me as a person, you know, I was at Lancaster spring game. And this is a true person. This is a true statement. I was at Lancaster spring game, and I was standing there. I spoke to some coaches. Some coaches that they didn't want to speak. Whatever. It was what it was. But then this coach from Nebraska showed up, little white guy. Coach sat there and talked to me because he didn't even know who the players were. Okay. I saw every coach from Lancaster run up there and just shake the dude's hand, just shaking the dude's hand. And in my mind, I'm like, this dude don't even know who your kids are. You see, so many times, some of these coaches, they think they treat us in black media like we can't say something. But the second an alternative media says the same thing, oh, they're right. We talking about football, bro. I've been around this game my whole life. I played with some of the best to ever do this. I'm not going to lie on you. I'm going to talk about your product that you're putting on this football field. That's all we're going to teach.
Right.
But all this other stuff that they doing and all this little, I'm tired of it. Like, let's be real. Like, let's call it what it is. Get your house in order. Get Lancaster back to being what Lancaster is. And you can call me, man. My number ain't changed. You know how to do it. I ain't up for no debating. Like, I'm just gonna speak facts to you. But it has to figure out a way to get better over there. And that's just me.
I mean, and it's crazy, Coach Willow, because after we played Dunkerville, and I know all our fans and everybody was talking. I had made a post and basically said, I don't really got no excuses this year. We just gotta beat them. If we want to be one of the best in the state, you gotta knock off the best. That's just a part of the growing as a program. The excuses got to go out the window. Like, cause the excuses don't solve the problem at all no more. And then, like you say, especially when a guy like you or J Mac and y'all say something and everybody take it so to heart. But a columnist from Dallas Morning News could have said the same thing. They're not gonna attack them. They just don't like hearing it from their own people. Cause our people hate
You
correction.
right.
When it's correction, people gonna run. That's why they like them smooth words. They like for you to say, "You're my brother and we're together." That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear when you tell them they ain't right. That's just what that is. Our people don't like correction. And a lot of times that's what we need as people to let you know, say, bro, I see you doing something over there, but that ain't what it is. We need you gotta do better. And they should take it and run with it, but they gonna always take what y'all say personal because you got a voice and people actually tune in and what you say, but they gotta take that with a grain of salt. Cause the same way you want praise when you win, you gotta be able to take the lashing when you lose. They go hand in hand. So that's why I
And I
told him
do
this
want to
year
say
with soccer
for the
ain't no
record,
more excuses. We gotta
I do
win
want
and
to
that's
say for
it.
the record, last year at this time, we was turning soccer new
Report.
butthole.
And guess what? We deserve to lose it. We deserve every bit of it because we went out there and shot a stinker against Lancaster. And there ain't no excuse for it. Like this what the
And
problem is. It's
actually,
always an
and I'll be
excuse.
honest, Coach Todd told us. Coach Todd was like, "No, man, don't take it easy on it. If we suck, say it."
Right. Because how can you
And that's
correct
why
something, coach?
you know me and Todd so cool because he'll tell you, "Hey, man, we bad. You say we bad."
I ain't gonna listen, my J man. Coach Ward called me one day and said, "Listen here, though, boy." That's what he called by my nickname. He said, "Hey, when you hear the criticism about your school, you gotta be able to take it just like you dish it out." When he
Yeah.
said that, it dawned on me because at the end of the day, like Coach Carr said, like what is the real excuse? If you play a game and you lose, the refs cheated, all it don't matter. You lost. That's all it's gonna say on the record. It ain't gonna have no asterisks by
Yeah.
it.
It
It ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
say
change.
somebody got hurt. None of that. None of that's gonna count. So at the end of the day, that's what I say about Dunkerville. Like DeSoto, Sock, all us, we can talk all we want. Ain't none of us beat them. And until you beat them, you just talking. So they go for Lancaster, they go for everybody. They got to get over the hump. And then, like even now, we was talking about the Southern sector bringing home these state championships. It's like one of them already out the window for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So other than that, Coach Carr, what's your other takes from the weekend, man? We gonna end it with you with all your opinions.
Yeah.
Man, I thought it was a great weekend of football, man. I'm extremely excited. In Colorado, man. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're gonna talk that noise, or you're gonna be what that is, go
Back
do
it up.
that. You know what I'm saying? Go do that. That's I I roll with that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was awesome. I mean, shoot, Carter won, right? And really, to be honest with you, man, um, just watching the brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like watching, and I'm just gonna go to the Oak Cliff Super Bowl because like that was our first where we just kind of like pushed the product, pushed it, and to see the amount of people to come out and see the atmosphere and the energy,
Crazy.
everything about it was awesome, man. Good football, and listen, this is for everybody, man. Listen to what I'm saying. Lancaster is not a bad football team, so don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying.
Nah.
We want the best for Lancaster, just like we want the best for everybody else. You know what I mean? So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just being honest in what I saw. Oh, yo, how good is Lovejoy?
They gonna
How
lose.
good is Lovejoy? And I'm really excited about my boy Nick got his first win over there. Arlington beat Arlington Martin, Cedar Hill. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really dope. I don't know, man. I just think I'm just excited for football, man. I
So
think
let me ask
everything
you
is
about
kind of
that,
shaping up for this
Coach.
to be an exceptional year.
Coach, let me ask you about that then, because Lovejoy plays North Crowley this week.
That's what I'm ready to see.
Yeah, that's what day they play, J Mac?
That's Friday, I believe.
Where
They play this Friday.
It's in
That's in Lovejoy.
It's in Lovejoy, yeah.
We might have to go to that
Yeah.
one.
Oh man, that's the game. Like I want to see that game.
Yeah, me
You know
too.
what I mean? I think that's going to be a defining game for North Crowley. That's going to be exciting to watch.
I just want to see anybody can stop McCutcheon this year. I want to see how defenses play McCutcheon this year. He one of them kids that been on varsity for a long time, and this is one of them years where you're gonna have to figure out a way to stop him. Him and Parker, both of them looking real good right now.
Yeah,
They
that
both.
Lovejoy is like
Now, didn't that
they're
receiver
beating the
get
hell
hurt
out of
last
people.
time, Parker?
Huh?
Did Parker Livingston get hurt?
Nah, he just played last game. I don't think he got hurt. All I seen was him running for long touchdowns last game.
Y'all picking Lovejoy over
No, I'm not picking Lovejoy over North
Over
Crowley.
who? Over who?
Not over North
North
Crowley.
Crowley? No.
Nah, I'm still going with North Crowley, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
defensive North Crowley
I
still
got a coach's crush on Gates, so that ain't gonna leave. I'm rolling.
Swaggy? Where you at, Swaggy? I wanted to talk about the Arlington North Crowley game, dog. But you ain't here.
But I will say this.
Is that
Jefferson, Chris
Yo,
Jefferson,
what
man,
it
six
do?
touchdowns.
That's Swaggy right there.
Hey,
Swag, what's up?
hey, man, I'm feeling lovely right now, dude. I'm cranking.
It sounds like you need to be driving, boy.
You just get wherever you need to be. You get there safe, dog.
You damn sure don't need to be on the show and drive.
I got this good old drink right here.
Nah, dog, you in the car now? You need to get off the internet.
Can I ask Willow and Swaggy one request from South Oak Cliff Golden Bear? Can y'all please get the Oak Cliff Super Bowl at Sprague next year?
No, listen. So watch this though. Watch this. So as we talked, we just like post game stuff, right? Just talking, and that game Saturday night would have sold out Sprague.
That's why I wanted to.
Well, think about it like this though. If all the people that was standing up on Carter side would have sat in the stands, that whole side would have been blank. And then Kimball, the most impressive thing was Kimball's side was full at the bottom and people spilled over to the top.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need to get it to where every year, you know what I'm saying, that game becomes the thing. And by turning it into an alumni day and getting people involved, man, and you know what else is crazy is Miss Norton and Miss Goldsmith meeting each other.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? Like that brought chills to my heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see them two ladies, man, and
yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
You know, it was one of those things where, you know, that was God, J Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a divine night, man.
Yeah, you know, I asked you that, Coach Willow, because I was just thinking about that. I don't know if any of y'all was at this game when Kimball and Lincoln played for the district championship back in 2003, 2004, and it was at Sprague, and they had to put seats on the track.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm almost in the house, fellas. Bear with me, I'm almost in the house.
Just bringing that fit in the Carter and Kimball back, just being at Sprague, making us feel like it used to be back in the day when I used to go to Carter games and watch Allen Wilson, and just back in just going to them games when they used to be at Sprague. You know, for one thing, you better be there on time, or you're gonna be parked way somewhere, and you're gonna have to sit way somewhere.
You got to walk up Boulder.
Right, you got to go park in front of somebody's house, something. You got to park at the pool.
Well, I'm gonna say this though, Courtney, man. For what it was worth, man. From the tailgating to the alumni to seeing people, man, of all like just football people coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was just an amazing night, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I agree that Sprague is a great place for it. You know, and moving forward, that may be something, but I just think that we leave it at Kincaid, it's still it's going to get to the point where we can pack it out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and just to see, you know, if for me, man, just see both of those kids, right, being able to come out and look in the stands and see all these people out there supporting them. You know what I mean? That was a playoff atmosphere. Had Kimball came to play.
Right.
You know,
Well, shout out them
I will say
uniforms.
this.
Shout out them uniforms too, cause that was nice right there,
huh?
man.
Yeah,
Say them
the
uniforms
uniform was
made my
dope.
day.
Yeah,
I
the
ain't gonna lie.
uniform nice,
Like
dog. The uniform is
just
nice.
being from cause I went to Atwell too, so like I got a little love for Carter just because all my people went to either Carter or Kimball, and then the rest of them went to Sox. So just seeing you inject that energy into them kids, I knew they was gonna be Kimber out the uniforms. They was too hype. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a nice move right there, Will. I really thought that was one of the most
Hey, you know
beautiful
what
moves
was
of the
dope to
weekend.
me, Courtney? You know what was dope to me, man? Was
What's up?
seeing Kimber alumni Kyle Ward and Coach Allen, Courtney Allen, show up at the tailgate and at the game in their Kimber gear.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they had their Kimber
Yeah.
alumni shirt on.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I just thought that was dope. I was like, you know, you coming back home, you supporting the home team, and it was that what made that event so great was all the alumni that came back
I mean,
and people
cause you
that
got,
went there
cause
to
J Mac,
support them.
you got to think about this. The way soccer alumni, Carter, Kimball, they got the same people. It's the same neighborhoods. Like it's the same. It's people just got to have a reason to come back and a want to come back to support these kids. Like Kimball, like man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm from Oak Cliff, so Sock, Kimball, Carter. When I was a kid, that's all the same to me. You talking Oak Cliff, so I just feel like everybody, including Sock people, including other people from other schools, we all just need to back each other so we can build
Yeah.
that brand back up for all these kids. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these kids play little league together. They know each other. One probably should have went to Sock. One probably should have went to Carter. So it's just like just seeing that. When I seen, because I didn't get to go, so when I seen all the videos, swaggy videos, and when I seen Willow and them do the uniform presentation, it made me feel like them kids really feel like somebody care about coming to watch their football games. And it's not like an Adamson and Thomas Jefferson game, and it's Carter and Kimball. It should never be like that. We should go to Carter and Kimball games, and it should be filled up just like if we was going to Sock games. Because they alumni just as strong. It's just people got to have a reason to come back and a want to come back.
Yeah.
And I think this year y'all might have injected that little boost that y'all needed because like Coach Ward, I talk to Coach Ward all the time. Yeah, he coaches soccer, but he still Kimber through and through. Like them folks love their school. So I just feel I was just happy to see that atmosphere be what it was because when I was young, we didn't miss Oak Cliff Super Bowls. We used to go. You go to the Oak Cliff Super Bowl and you go to Taco Bell to have shootouts. That was the plan.
That's how it went.
That's
They
just
go
how it
hang on
went.
Cat Wisdom when I was there. You go
That's
hang on
it.
Cat Wisdom.
No, J Mac, you had to go back to the. You remember man, that during them times, J Mac, we still had Cat Wizard because we had the Waterburger, but we also used to go to the parking lot, and the parking lot was a whole nother party.
Yeah, Carter parking lot used to be a death trap for everybody. We be like, we're not going no Carter
Oh
parking
yeah,
lot.
yeah, that was a whole
it's a
party,
death
man.
trap.
That was a
It was
whole
a damn
thing.
shot quarter, but that was the only way you got a girl's number. So you
Right.
went to the damn parking lot.
We used to go to the death trap now. We used to go now. We
I just want to get
going.
on here and send a shout out, man, to my boy, man, my little brother, Quaylen Robinson, Carter quarterback. A year ago, he was lost in this same game. He came back a year later and played with a chip on his shoulder, a big time chip. And he has 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks. If you follow Carter football over the years, that is not Carter stat worthy of Carter quarterbacks. So that's a big milestone for him to have 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks. I feel like Carter. I wrote an article earlier. I don't know if y'all saw it. It said Houston Yates, the same Yates team, scored 24 points on a very, very tough Houston Madison team. They got beat 65-24, but still they scored 24 points. Carter shut them out. Carter held Kimball to 8 points. Carter held Kimball to 7 yards rushing and 87 yards total. It's safe to say Carter defense is serious this year. And I don't know if y'all saw my comments earlier. Last night I was so hyped up. I didn't go to no club. I didn't go to party. I came my old ass home, turned on my TV, and typed in Sunnyvale. And I watched the Sunnyvale versus Turl game, and I watched the Sunnyvale versus Aubrey game. They blew out Aubrey, but Aubrey is very down this year. Terrell beat them 41-24. Turl is a terrific team this year. But I looked at Turl and I looked at Carter and I said, wow, you know what? If Turl can line up and run the ball down their throats like they did, they finna get a heavy dose of Carter this weekend. And I believe Carter going to Sunnyvale and they're going to make a statement.
On the east side.
I will say this. After that Sunnyvale game is done, there's a game that's looming for late October. It's looming. And it could be either it depends on how they do this week with Emerson. But if Panther Creek defeats Emerson and Carter goes into that game with Panther Creek undefeated, you talking about a huge, not only for 4A, that's gonna be a huge game across the state. Like, and it just feel good to see my school ranked third in the area again, like it was in the old days. Will Carter days, you looked up, Carter ranked first. So to see them ranked third again, it looked good. To see them get recognition, it looked good. And last but not least, to beat Campbell's ass again for not one, not two, not three, but 4 straight years, it feels damn good. Hey, Coach Bam, you ain't beat Carter.
Yeah, I think they go back to what Coach Willow was talking about too. A lot of these guys who just get in these programs, I know they trying to inject that energy in, but you got to go win these games. You can't just do all this bulletin board material and then come out and get smacked up. I think Kimball thought they were just gonna run through Carter, honestly, and they came out lackadaisical, not realizing Carter been building up to be this team for a few years. Yeah, they've been taking losses to Kaufman and all that, but Carter been having a lot of bright spots for the last 3 or 4 years. So, I mean, Kimball, can I say the same thing? No, because they're not really getting in the playoffs. When they do, they out first round. So, I think they just came in thinking Carter was light, and they got slapped in the mouth.
Well, I ain't been on here. Hey, y'all talked about Duncan versus Bishop Sycamore Jr.?
Nah, because to be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay. It ain't really nothing to talk about that.
It wasn't. I was gonna have Tonko supposed to come on. He was gonna talk about it, but I watched that game, and shout out to Duncanville. They did what they supposed to do. They whoop their ass and then give them nothing.
Damn, Bishop Sycamore Jr.
Oh, they're Florida team.
Yeah, it was a waste.
No, they're a real team. Nah, don't. We can't disrespect them because they're a real team.
Let me ask that question real quick, Jay, man, for everybody on the panel. Let me ask that question to y'all. Have y'all seen that movie, bro?
BS High School?
Yeah, you seen it, son?
Yeah, I seen it.
Dog, I didn't want to watch it because I knew it pissed me off because I knew the baseline of the story, but that motherfucker there is crazy.
What you think, D-Boy?
I'm surprised he's still walking around the streets.
Bro, I'm surprised he's alive.
Kid, dog, if that was one of my kids, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be.
Twix, I told J-Mac, I said, bro, if that happened, if he lived down here in Texas, especially in the Dallas, Oakland area, somebody would have got his ass by now.
Good would.
But I see there's a bunch of mamas in there, but there's
get away with it, so he wouldn't.
Nah, damn UIL. The DFW wouldn't let him get away with it.
Not UIL. The hood.
Dude, yeah, exactly, dog. Exactly, dog.
Hold on,
he ruined lives. He ruined. I'm not lives because they can always come back from that, but he ruined a lot of kids' futures with that, and he still. I mean, he like he said, he didn't break any laws, but bruh.
You know, the one that hurt the most for me was that kid that got that full ride to Grambling, and he was so excited. Yeah. His family was happy. Then they came back and took it from him because the school was
Jackson, dog. That's Hugh Jackson, dog. That's Hugh Jackson. That don't make no damn sense. If Hugh Jackson, if you won't get the kid a scholarship, you base it on his ability. Then Hugh Jackson just took it away. But that's a whole nother. We can. I'm gonna do a whole podcast once my son's done with HBCUs.
Hey, Coach Carr, you ain't seen that movie?
Yeah, I saw.
You gotta get your son.
What you think about it, Coach Carr?
I'm not gonna put my son in harm's way right now. We got something to talk about after he's done.
What you think about it, Coach Carr?
I mean,
he went to
he
Michigan.
ain't break no law.
That's the
He
crazy
ain't
part
break no
about it.
law. I think the one thing that was most interesting to me is, and I'm curious to know, is how many cats actually took out PPP loans.
Hey, Will, I'm telling you, when I was watching that, and they did, because people like, oh shit, my bad. When they said PPP, it was $22,000. I was like, damn, there's got to be like 20-something, 30 kids on a team, and they took $20,000 loans out. That dude got paid, and then he didn't pay no bills. He was smart. Hell, y'all gonna give me 3 months in this hotel for nope, I don't have to pay for 3 months. Shit.
Hey, Twitch, I told
like a white
J-Mac, I
collar
said that dude had over $300,000 of hotel bills. I said, God.
Yeah. And so he has all these lawsuits, but all he has to do is file bankruptcy from whatever bullshit company he started. He ain't paying none of that. So
and what's so messed up about the whole deal, at the end of the day, he got away with it with no problem. Like Coach Carr said, it's no law.
There was no law. He said it. And what he said at the end of it? Oh, I'm gonna do this again.
He said he's gonna do it again.
He said he do it again.
He said Bishop Sycamore 2 coming. I said, whoa.
I ain't gonna
Yeah, he
lie
did say that.
Swag, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Them white collar crimes, them folks be getting away with that type of stuff all the time. They just highlighting because of one of us. I'm gonna say that too, because people get away with this all the time. For sure they do. So.
Fake counts. Fake counts. Fat.
Swaggy, you did ask me, did we win in Houston, and we did.
Y'all won?
Blowout.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beat the number 5 team in the state, blew them out.
I got a problem right there. I want to address. I got a problem. I want to say y'all don't agree with me.
While y'all was talking, I just want to say I was showing them uniforms that Willow did.
Yeah, we saw.
Oh yeah, he put it down, man. He put it down.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to add y'all an opinion on this. Okay, we saw Allen get blew out by DeSoto, 39-7. Then we see C.E. King beat him. Here's my question: does Allen belong in the top 20? I don't think so.
Are they still in the top 20?
Yeah, they number 20.
They're
number 20.
And they had them at 0-1. Like they just threw away one of the losses.
Watch this. Watch this, Swaggy. My daddy worked for the Dallas Morning News.
Oh, for real?
No.
I hope not in that department.
Think about what
I follow you. I'm following you. Yeah, I got you.
Come on now.
I got you.
Yeah, you take them out the top 20, they're gonna take funding. Now you better leave them now.
Yeah. And Allen is irrelevant. That program's done. Yeah, they're done. They're done. And it starts with the administration. The administration is all jacked up, so that's what it is. And so, but
no, it's actually crazy that you say that, because one of the guys I coach with, he do a lot of big time running back training. So the head coach at Allen brought him in to train their running backs, and then the superintendent, I think she a lady, she got wind up.
Yeah, and she is.
She just shut it down without even asking like what was the plan and anything like that. So her
son was on the team, and it has a lot to do with it. But
and the coach was actually firecracker mad about it too. So it showed me that they probably got people over the coach's head making decisions that the coaches might not be all the way on board with. But that's how it go. That's how they've been running it out there. That's how they've been running it out there. So it is what it is.
Also, I want to say shout out to you, J Mac. I saw your tribute, bro. When I was at my get together, I appreciate that, man. Hey, I love those kids. No matter what class it is at Carter, any class coming there, I connect with them. Cause at the end of the day, I'm big brother. That's what I want to be. I try to give back. That's why I spend all my time up there. Hey, win, lose, or draw, I'm Carter High School. football, basketball, track, everything. So I appreciate that, J Mac.
Hey, J Mac, I'm
And really
finna.
though, like I say, people can talk about like Swaggy and Carter, but you really have to just go watch it, and you realize that it's real. Like when he over there, I mean, hey man, he's just like one of them. Like they all together like that. Like it ain't no fandom from the stands. Like he down there on the field running. Y'all saw the video. He out there running out there with him, high five him, hyping him up. Like I said, here, put him on the helmet. Let him go on out there and show that 4.3 speed.
Hell no, I'm done with that.
I heard that 4.3 turned into a 4L for 40.
You know the funny thing about that, J Mac. You know the funny thing
Courtney,
about that.
Hey, Courtney, he's still running at 40.
Right now.
See, like Courtney, I'm pretty sure a lot of soccer players know who Courtney is, or he know them. Eastside, I'm pretty sure he connected to all the schools he connected to. I just hate these cats on the internet who get on the internet and just start claiming stuff, and the damn kids in the school don't even know who the hell you are. Like for real, they don't have a damn clue who you are.
I think I was telling somebody one day like the difference. Like I can use like you and Willow, y'all Carter guys. I'm a sock guy. Like I tell people all the time, we've been through the ups and the downs through this whole thing. So when the success happened, of course we're gonna be extra up and hyped about it because when I went to sock, you couldn't tell me in hell we was winning those state championships. Now when I looked around at school, I did see a bunch of 4 and 5 star recruits and people going to school, but I never seen us reaching this mountaintop. So anybody who just a true blue for their school person, I'm always give them their respect because I mean they've been representing it. Like we've been representing this. I tell people right now, since 2005, I might have missed 3 to 4 sock games since 2005. I mean, we
Damn.
be at the Adam J Mac. I think he came to the Adamson game last year. We had that stands packed. Like we gonna go support. It's all about the support of the program, and that support galvanizes teams and kids to want to do better. So I feel like if everybody in the Metroplex, DISD, and every school that always been a great football school, if people just get behind their school, your Madisons, your Lincolns, I think we can bring back the whole Dallas. But it's hard to bring it back when people not showing real support. Because
Mm.
most of our people right now who really from Oak Cliff, they kids play for DeSoto and Duncanville now. They DeSoto fans now. They Duncanville fans now. So you got to look at sock team and look at some of these teams. You go to sock. I tell you right now, I go to the games. 10 of people I would graduated with kids play for sock. So it's
Mm.
just like it's a culture thing too, and it's a pride thing. So I feel like that instead of like us looking down on each other, it should be even sock. We should be bigging up the other schools, trying to get them up to their level and hoping they get better. Because all they do is make the football better. Who want to go watch 50-0 games? I really just don't
Right,
like it.
right.
I
That part,
hate it.
Courtney. Yeah,
I
we just
hate
want to
it.
watch better
That's why
football, man.
that's why it's good for the southern sector to support each other. Like, and if you notice, you the playoff time, you see that. Like,
Right.
you go to a
Mhm.
playoff game, if nobody else playing, you'll see DeSoto, Dougieville, Saw, Carter, Kimball, like everybody at that whoever playing that day, they at that game. And see, I think that's the kind of stuff we need to see on the east side. We need to see, if Mesquite's team still playing, Mesquite should be there, no matter if it's
Mhm.
Horn, West, you know what I'm saying?
Have,
North don't
Yeah, yeah,
matter.
yeah.
have you
They
ever been
should,
to?
but yeah, Mosquito
Have you ever
rock
been
right
to
there.
like back in my day when I was like in 8th or 9th grade? You go to a Mesquite Poteet game. That thing used to look
Yeah,
like a college
back in the
Yeah.
game.
day, yeah.
Like
It ain't
now you
like
go
that
to these.
anymore. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I say this all the time when I'm sitting in
Malik
the
Jefferson
stands.
them.
People are not football fans anymore. People are spectators. They come to see you lose now to get on the internet to talk down. Back in the
Mm.
day, there was no outlet for people with those voices. So people actually came to them games to watch games. It wasn't nowhere for them to go in the middle after the game and say, "Ooh, so and so sorry, they trash." So now you got people
Mhm.
showing up just for that. And now the purity of us just going to watch football to went away because now it's about people what I call
Social
popping
media.
pop, popping their ass. That's what they want to do. That's all people want to do is probably not really pretty loving football. So a lot of these games not exciting and fun because nobody really there to watch it. They here to be critics. That's all I'm gonna say. Like everybody go to the game to come back and be a critic and say who did what and who better than who.
Mhm.
Well, let's lay down the law here. We don't gotta keep talking about Duncanville better than y'all because we know it. I ain't finna keep on having a discussion with y'all. DeSoto won the
Yeah.
state championship. SOC won the state championship. Like them discussions over with. Until you climb the mountaintop, it ain't nothing to talk about. So I feel like when people go back to watching football for what it is and supporting it, trying to see these kids going to school and all that, we might get that back. But right now, everybody too much critics, especially the people who ain't coached or played. Everybody a critic now.
You know something? Last night, man, been on that field with those players after the game. Something really, really caught my attention, and I loved it. I saw a Carter player hug a Kimball player and tell him, "Hey, man, go be great. Go be 9-1." And I feel like, man, that's nice. That speaks volumes, because he pretty much saying, "Hey, we through with each other. Now, go get it done." So
Well, I'm with you on that too, Swag. But you know what was really dope is to see all the other coaches come to that game. You know what I'm saying? Like Jack showed up. You know what I'm saying? And you talked about Allen, but yeah, it was a lot of Todd showed up.
Yeah,
you know, it was just a lot of
That's a lot of the build up. Y'all did the build up, and that you know, had it not been that build up, they probably wouldn't have showed up. You know.
But I will say this, Will. Also, let's go back to this though. Those same coaches, Gilbert, Jackson, all of them showed up for those state games both years also. So that's the point you made. When you're not playing each other, DISD as a whole, we support each other. And that's a beautiful thing.
That is. I tell you what, man, we rolled on 3 hours. We ain't gonna do 3 hours, so I'm gonna give
I'm gonna
everybody
holler at y'all, man. I'm calling this a night.
Let me give everybody a party shot, man. Hold on, East Side. Who you give your shout out to before you get out of here?
Yes, sir. Hey, dog. I'm gonna give a shout out to whole East Side, dog. We 2-0, rolling.
Rolling.
Hey, I'm gonna keep y'all updated. We're gonna see what this next week. What happens this next week?
What's the big game on the East Side?
Shit, I don't know, dog. My focus. I'm out of here on Friday, heading to Memphis. But trying to think. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up. I'll let y'all know, and then I'm gonna follow up. But yeah, I'm gonna see my son out in Memphis next week. So this week coming
keep
up.
us updated on that, especially when they finally wake up and let my man have it rain.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, we're gonna have an episode on that, dog.
Yeah, I don't want you to say nothing now. We ain't gonna get him in.
Nah, I ain't. I'm gonna let them make it. But
Hey,
I'll
Courtney,
let y'all
man,
know.
what you got?
I'll hit you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Courtney, what you got on your way out?
I just want to give a shout out to the Lancaster Tigers for creating their own obituary. We swept them on the day. I'm gonna say that first. Second, I want to give out a shout out to Coach Willow today, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You tear jerked us with the uniforms. It got a whole lot of us watching that, bro. I just glad to see somebody taking pride in their school and doing something for their community, you know. And it's just a good thing to see. And my boy Swaggy too, man. They mess with your swag, but you out here in these streets, you at every game, you going to check stuff out. And I mean, that's part of being a good reporter. You just not reporting Carter, you reporting everybody. And the dub as a whole, y'all want my shirt because y'all got Lamont in the shirt. I'm definitely feeling some type of way, but it's okay.
Boy, I'm feeling. Hey, dog, I'm really feeling some type of way with that one, dog.
Hey, Courtney, don't worry about it. Lamont made his own shirt.
I got my own shirt.
Lamont, when he got that shirt made, boss, don't worry about it. It's not authentic. He spelled high school wrong.
Hey man, shout out to LeBron, man. I tell you what, boy, LeBron better not disappear if they lose next week, guys.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you a warning right now. If they lose, they gonna put me in Facebook jail. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
See you. Hey, you will. It's gonna be a lot of y'all in Facebook jail.
Leave my DeSoto boys alone.
And if we lose, I'm gonna still be the same me. So just know that.
Hey, who you with, Courtney? Let me track that.
Sorry, all day.
He golden. He a real golden bear. Oh, like he said earlier, he win or lose, or draw from the trenches to now.
Courtney be out there in the cold watching SOC versus Adamson.
Yeah,
that's Adamson.
You hold on.
But you got a kid. You got a kid at North Point.
No, yeah, one of my yeah, I got one in ninth grade. Then one of my my little cousin, he's the JV quarterback at SOC. Funny thing, I gotta tell you something funny real quick, J May, that you said that we was at the SOC and Addison game. Coach, we was standing up at the gate after the game. Coach Todd said, "What the hell y'all doing here?" He said, "If I was y'all, I would have stayed at home."
On the real though, man, I want to get serious for a minute. I ain't trying to tear up either. I got my glass gonna call.
Let's be your party shot there. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to give a real shout out to, two. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to Coach Gilbert, Coach Collins. They said they gonna get it done. They got it done. But on a serious note, I want to give a real big shout out to Willow and the Dub. Fellas, we did something that should have been done years ago. And I mean years ago. We lost two great athletes, two of our best, and nobody never thought to say to themselves, we're going to honor Calvin and Byron. Will Carr, you are a genius. You are, that idea, bro, was golden. That idea raised heads yesterday. I've been contacted today about it. Like, wow, you guys really did that. J-Man, you saw that Twitter post old dude wrote?
Yeah.
Like, from the bottom of my heart, Will, thank you. I mean that, bro.
No, you're welcome, bro. God's plan, man.
But you got on your way out, Will. I know you give me your party shots. You came in hot.
Yeah, y'all be good. Hey, Swagger P, next time I gave you some advice, you take it, dog.
Hold on, J-Man. By the way, Twix, 73-90. You see Jackson on him?
Man, nah, I'm OU dude. I got some heartache with Jackson Arnold because my boy outplayed Jackson Arnold last year.
Hey,
in the semifinal game. DJ Bailey could have did what Jackson Arnold did at OU this week.
I am not a Dylan Gabriel fan, so I can't stand him. So I hope Jackson take his spot.
Me neither. But hey, Swag, you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
DJ could have did the same thing Jackson Arnold did in that game.
He could have.
Yeah. So that's my heartache, but I'm gonna go with it. But I'm not a Dylan Gabriel fan either. But
not at all.
He actually did play okay, and so we'll see how it goes. And y'all just keep OU out of the rankings, shit.
Well, they're going to go into that Texas game undefeated, so they're going to be in the rankings. You already know that. That's going to be
about to get Texas about to get mollywopped if they don't put Malik back there at quarterback because Alabama ain't playing that shit.
They're going to beat Bama. They're going to beat them. They're going to put some pressure on Melrose.
Not with you. No, hell no. Texas ain't beating Bama. Not when you're in hell no. Dog. He dog. The money let that boy play. They better let Malik play. You ain't beating Alabama. The money let that boy play.
Eastside, my boy cut the mullet off, the beard, everything.
It don't matter. Shit, it don't matter. Wake up. I'm gonna have my phone on during my son's game. I'm gonna be watching Alabama and Texas, dog.
I got Texas by 7.
If they do, they got the players. They got the players. But can Quinn get them boys the ball? Can Quinn get them boys the ball? I don't think he's the quarterback for that team, dog. I just don't think it. Because Jatavion, they got Murphy, they got Cook, they got everybody. Shit, Malik Muhammad. Y'all need to do an episode on Wednesday on who stood out on Texas or the Cos boys on Wednesday. Who stood out? Because a lot of local boys stood out. This week. A lot.
Sunday show. It's a long show.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, did you see your boy from Louisville, Oregon State balled out today? I didn't even know he was a freshman player of the year last year.
Yep.
So yeah. Y'all need to go ahead. Hey, hype the boys up in college. So shit.
Hey, we represent the DFW. We're gonna get to it, but it's a lot though. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot.
No, it is. Hey, but it's the dub. Shit, y'all can handle it.
That's what it is. Coach Carl, you got anything before I hit this button?
Yeah, man. Just my last part and thoughts. I'm gonna do it in 45 seconds if I can. One is Lancaster. We want you to be the best. We want you to be right there, mentioned on the south side as everybody else, without question, without fault. Whatever we talk about when it talks about the southern sector, or just football in general, it's all love. It's all love. And sometimes we don't like, we're uncomfortable hearing things we don't want to hear. To Carter, man, oh my God. Oak Cliff Super Bowl, off the chain. To Kimball. Last thing to Kimball, man. Kimball, come on. Like, we definitely got to bounce back. I know Coach Bam will have them bouncing back, but the energy that the Kimball played with and the offensive explosion or lack of offensive explosion by Kimball. And then again, I would say this, and I think this is one thing that's underrated that we haven't talked about. Carter has only given up 15 points in their last 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 7-2 in the playoffs, and they only gave up 8 points to Kimball
this year.
So they playing out lights out defense. You know what I mean? And they're more explosive on offense. So I'm excited about Carter. I look forward to watching Lancaster this weekend and North Crowley. It's put up a shut up time now. So Swag, Coach Crush got to do it. This week.
He gonna do it again.
Man, shout out to North
Let's go North Crowd.
He gonna do it again.
Hey, not just North Crowd. I think this is a big weekend for Crowley. Period.
Oh, Crowley too. That Mansfield,
yeah.
So this is big.
That's
hey, if y'all want to take back the 817, here we go.
And one more thing, J Mac. This week is our game. Our road show goes to SOC DeSoto, so we're doing SOC DeSoto this week too. Friday.
That's gonna be fun.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. That game Saturday?
Yeah, that game Saturday. Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, man, we changing the way people operate now. That's dope.
Man. That's
dope.
Do, man.
Okay. All right. Well, man, that's all I got, J Mac, man. And Coach Eastside, it was always good seeing you, bro.
Y'all
For
be
real.
good. Hey,
Always.
dog. Hey, accept my friend invite, dog. You don't like me?
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna do better.
Do better.
Hey, Coach Carl is the worst about social media.
Hey, it's all right. It's all good. Y'all be good, dog. Hey,
all right, bro. All right, y'all.
All right, J Mac.
Watch this.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter, still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he